Welcome back. Welcome back to session 4, Habibis Daycare. We are back watching players around the world playing with custom nations. Last session we saw the fall of Great Britain. He's not back this session, so Great Britain's gonna fall here. And we saw the gank of the Neo-Seljuk Empire, which he's facing right now still, but it seems that they have lost to the north, but they're conceding. But they're going to beat the south, especially with no player on the Burgundian system, which is open for sub. But
They also lost Italy at the same time.
yeah, Italy is also out of the war. He's fighting against Great Britain AI, so AI versus AI battle, the battle of the clankers. That does mean Italy is protected this session. See if anyone. Nope. Finding subs so close to U5, very difficult. But we're close. We're close to U5. Gonna be a whole new era of content, whole new era of streams, whole new era of YouTube videos. I'm really excited for that.
But Ruthenia player is still here.
He is?
Wow. Yeah, he is.
He's still here, the mad lad. What is this nation? This is morale damage C minus 40. Oof. We've talked about this last session. That's more of a nerf than a buff.
Yeah.
Also accepted cultures when only about 50% of your culture is not accepted. It's pretty scuffed build. We talked about this being one of the weaker builds on Crimea, on Ruthenia. Also not one of the best positions. No good node. Not the best goods. They're good manpower builds, but in order to capitalize from the manpower builds, you need to build Soldier's households. He has one of. Meanwhile, Neo-Seljuks, now that they could put their full force on Ethiopia, this is not going to be a good situation for Ethiopia. They're going to still fight. They're going to still defend, here with Congo. It's a 2v2, but Neo-Seljuks is #1 GP. I moderately love Wingman. That.
I mean, the numbers isn't that bad. So just
Join in Kaiser. He's going to sub. How was your week?
good. I'm back at school for a month now.
For only a month?
Feels strange. What?
Oh, you've been back for a month.
No, I'm back. I've been back this week.
Yeah.
I'm in school for a month now, and then I go back to work for another month.
Wait, so you're only in school for 5 weeks?
Like
How does that work?
we have a system in France where it's called alternating or something,
Oh,
alternance. It's
okay,
just
yeah,
like
I've heard of
you work
this.
a month and then you school for a month, then you work for a month and stuff. Like the
And
entire
it's
system
work
is one from
related to your school.
yeah. Like I get paid less than normal for my work, but the work pays the school.
Oh, wow.
Yep, it's very nice.
Very nice. He's gonna be playing the Burgundian system.
I see. Okay.
Can't talk in chat.
I'm gonna talk here. And now we
It looks like he's not loaded in, but I can't type in the box now. But it looks like he's not loaded in, but he is, just because of this nation's flag. How do you think EU5 MP will be like? Better or worse than vanilla EU4? I think being a new game and new mechanics and stuff like that, it's going to be definitely more interesting. Then people are going to find things that they don't like or they want to change for MP, and then MP mods are going to become a thing. You know, because you got to remember early days of EU4 MP, we played vanilla until people were like, this is really annoying to deal with. Oh, Congo about to get stack wiped.
Yeah, yeah, suiciding himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
You
going
should not
back in.
compare it. Like comparing EU4 to EU5 right now is like very strange thing to do because EU4 has like years of updates right now. Like, okay, isn't it like
Yeah.
15 years old or something? It has had a regular update or to this
13,
time.
I think.
EU5.
I think
Yeah,
it just
EU5
turned
is just
13.
like you comparing a child to his uncle, you know?
Yeah.
They're trying to compare how good they are at doing something.
I I do get surprised with the amount of content that's going to be on release. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised with that too. Like there's, I would say, about like 60 nations that I can think of that have really good content on release. Not just like, you know, base content, but like good amount of content. And then there's like 7 main characters on release. That's why I thought vanilla E4 might be more fair comparison than super modded MP. I mean, like I said, again, modded MP. Oh, I accidentally brain deaded that AI. Made a mistake. Like I said, when it comes to modded MP, it's more about like quality of life, less than gameplay changes. There, of course, over the last couple of years, of EU4 MP, there's been a lot of mods that like innovate in different ways, add buildings, add ideas, add idea groups, remove idea groups. But it's more of like quality of life, like you know, needing
Quality of life and game balance.
in-game balance, yeah, like being able to sell titles every 5 years. That's removed in most mods. Being unable to ally someone that has bad relations with you. That's removed in most mods.
Naval IDs, which are removed most mods.
Yeah,
Those kind of things.
naval ideas removed in mods because they're broken, dude. That's why they're removed. The reality. Oh look, they defeated Neo Seldrix. You know, last time we checked, Neo Seldrix's economic situation was very bad. It's better now because he's not way over his force limit because he's not dealing with a 2v5, or it was at 1.3v5, but started as a 2v5. But he's still not in the best position. He's at 5% crownlands. Is that causing autonomy to go up? Yeah, actually, quite a bit too. So he's got like really bad autonomy. And the thing is, since he's at 5% crownlands, can't sell titles. He has disloyal subject, and he also, when he's in peace until he gets to 10 crownlands, or he gets prosperity, which he doesn't have in all of his states. Some of his states he does. He's going to be still gaining autonomy. Chili baby back ribs, thank you for the sub. 31 months, dude.
Oman being disloyal is bad because it's 20k troops.
It could definitely help.
Losing
I don't know
so-
if it will like be that much help, you know, because it's all modern based ideas.
Yeah.
3 years, yeah, 3 years. Yeah, but right now I'm doing a Venice campaign in EU5. Venice actually gets a hard rating, the Habibi rating for nations. It gets a hard rating because its position in EU5, it starts with a very powerful rival right on its border, which is Verona. Verona is actually incredibly powerful compared to Venice. Venice though can have a very strong navy, but like it's so hard with the control system to translate that into um, like a strong nation. You can get like good trade income and stuff, but like in terms of like army. But yeah, it's definitely a hard nation. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised at that because I would definitely say Venice in EU4 is an easy nation to play. But in EU5, it's my hard. It gets a hard rating from me. Hard. The way human wave doctrine expanding into Bukhara for saying I thought this is AI, but yeah, no, Bukhara is fighting a 2v1 war, a 1v2 war here. Does he have help from anyone? Okay, he's got help from Artilleria. Is Artilleria mobilizing? He is. He's building a lot of troops here. So Artilleria is gonna come up. Artilleria in the northern like steppe area, not really the best income. This could be an opportunity for Russia, one of the stronger nations in the lobby, to get that, eastern lands.
Yeah, to complete his trade nodes.
Yeah,
I doubt he's gonna do that though.
it would be a gank, would escalate maybe.
Yeah, and he's completely alone. Like if they peace out, then he's fighting the two of them on his side.
True, true. It's a very strong nation though. He's the nation with all the combat abilities. He's a combat ability build, but it's not like one thing. It's just like spread out. He's got 25 infantry combat ability, 15 cav combat ability, 35 artillery combat ability. So he's through his idea groups, he's been focusing more on artillery. Which is funny because the nation that he borders is primarily artillery focused nation.
And anyway, he should not deck right now. He should let them bleed a bit first.
Of course, yeah, because then
unless they start willing hard.
The human wave doctrine plus East Asia, this is almost impossible war for Bukhara to win, in my opinion, because they just have insane numbers. It's 1 million on the side of the Chinese compared to about the 700k. So it's not that big of a difference, but still 300k unit difference. Pretty significant in this stage of the game where we pre-1600 chat. I keep thinking by like looking at the map that we're a little bit... If you look outside of Europe, it looks like we're in 1600s. But if you look in Europe, you realize, yeah, okay, it's 91. But you got some really strong big powers. Orisa's struggling to like unite India, but that's because Bukhara, Bukhara looks like a huge mouth. He's trying to eat both China and India. That could come out to bite him in the end. Seljuk Empire still holding on to his #1 GP slot, almost contested by Bukhara. What country is impossible but fun in EU5? I don't know. Well, I was talking about it last week, but I did an Ayubids run. Ayubids is a nation with very little flavor. And they start in an incredibly hard position because they're 2 locations. That's all they have. And each location's in a separate market, both of them with low market access, which means base tax of RGOs and output of buildings is low. And you start with 2 rural locations, so it's not like you can make a market day one. And then you also have a nation that wants to eat you day one. The Artukids, I think they're called. So it's very hard, but it's very rewarding to play as, because not only once you consolidate Iraq region, Iraq has very bad RGOs. Very good food RGOs, so you can like grow pops, but like very bad RGOs for making money. And then also you don't really have easy access to sea, so you don't get institutions fast because you have to like trade. And once you make your own market center, the only valid markets that you can trade with, I think, are Damascus, Alexandria, and Trebizond. So you have to wait for those nations to get the institution before you even start taking institution. Yeah, I messed that up. You want a hot join? How fast was your join, Napoleon?
My join? What?
Yeah, how fast was you joining into lobby?
Oh, it was pretty fast, I think.
Can you join on Burgundy
Want me to join as Burgundy?
Yeah, and then come back as observer. Yep. AI on observer. Another really hard nation is Granada. I would say even Granada is quite difficult, but it's doable. I've won against Castile's Granada, but that was on a bunch of patches ago. There's been changes to AI aggression and also AI buildup since then, so I think it's even harder now because in older versions of EU5, you were able to, AI did not ramp up its professional armies that fast. It wasn't until late 1500s that AIs would actually have like a decent land army. That got fixed though, and now AI actually builds pretty sizable land armies as soon as they can. And not only that, AI is more aggressive than they were just like a couple patches ago, because that was one of the biggest concerns from the influencers, was that AI was not aggressive enough. Now AI is like pretty aggressive, and then there was also this very recent patch, the test patch, where AI actually knows how to deal with like international organizations better, which is really good because they weren't really like managing their IOs that well. AI needs a lot of work, but it's a constant work in progress. With the AIs, it's been like constant progress on them. Like when I first started testing EU5, AI was a joke. Now I'd say AI can be quite formidable. They can be kind of scary. But it's not perfect. Still needs work. Some ways better than EU4 AI already, but still needs work in my opinion. And one thing that they're doing now is they're looking at all the major nations, and they're basically
Turn on AI.
yeah, turn on AI. They're basically like coding AI behavior for all the major nations.
No.
I AI'd.
I just saw you unselecting the box.
Yeah. I checked it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's definitely still a work in progress.
And how good is it at Echo?
At Eco,
Like in the Echo?
I'd say it's pretty good. It varies
Like
from patch to patch.
can it recover if you take a maximum number of reps and this kind of stuff from it?
Yeah,
Can it
for
recover?
sure. East Asia just got declared war on. It's a gank now. And now it's time for Russia to come in, right? Stormark declares war on East Asia. So now it's a 2v3. I mean, East Asia and the Human Wave Doctrine were winning against Bukhara, but they have no war score. Why don't they have any war score? It's over Chinese hegemony, which is a show superiority war. They just started winning some battles, but it's a gank now. Okay, that player is leaving. Okay, and Napoleon wants to come back in. Kaiser just put a request and then put it out.
Yeah, just don't accept me. Don't accept me yet. I'm gonna see if he wants to join.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not in any VC.
It wasn't Kaiser. It was another guy named Dino Rami. Don't click anything first 2 months. You can't even take that much money from peace deals, so it's not like it could will absolutely ruin them. Wait, now I can't see Napoleon. Did you start receive your request?
I reset it right now. I reseated it now.
Sending it.
Yeah, I'm resending it.
Okay, waiting for Dino Rami. The triple hot join. Game's probably gonna run slow now. Probably need to do a rehost at some What were you playing, Memesy?
It's Switzerland, isn't it?
No. He's
No?
right now a colony, but
That's amazing.
he just
Switzerland.
said Keglis killing the nation that killed me. Lahore. Oh yeah, you were playing Lahore. Oh dude, I was really hoping for Lahore to do better. You know, he defeated that fire damage nation, and then ended up getting killed by Bukhara on the back. This Bukhara though is like very powerful. Definitely right now, I would say top 3 are Neo Seljuks, Bukhara, and Keglis' nation. Those are for sure the top 3. But Vladia's coming out of nowhere, becoming very powerful too. And then top 5, Svevladia and Stormark are in there. The dev does kind of in this situation. It's not always the case that dev represents the strongest nations. Stormark did have a lot of struggles, and they're still having some struggles. So, you know, maybe even they're not in the top 5. 5 discipline, Cav, and ship nation. Interesting nation, no economic modifiers, but you don't really need economic modifiers when you consolidated basically all of Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines. There's still this nation over here in like the Tidore area, Spice Islands, Moluccas area. I don't know what he's doing. This is the 666 immortal ruler. He's 168 years old. You would expect this nation to be the highest mana generation of the game.
But he has low-level advisors, so he's not.
But he has low-level advisors, exactly. But like, you know, I thought it would be better considering he has like early game high income. Even for his size is pretty high income. 555 dev. And his 135 income is not bad. But like, what do you do with the mana at this point? He's so limited in terms of land, and he's surrounded by a gigantic nation that even owns the colonial nation to his south. What do you even do? I'm really sad that I'm really sad that what do you call it? We're not really seeing much contention into like Africa and Southeast Asia from colonial nations. Sometimes you see that. Makes it very interesting, you know, when the Europeans are fighting agents early on. With this kind of setup,
I mean, if you look at Mexico, it's it doesn't. They don't really need other players to be there.
yeah, they're still struggling against this Aztecs. I think this is over though, after this Aztecs is done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no forts in the north, fighting against this. And we've said this, even if they are like one province, this nation will have like 100,000 troops.
Yeah.
We've been seeing it time and time
it's
again.
contained to things.
Fighting against these AI natives is no joke. Neo Seljuk's pushing back Ethiopia and Congo now. He's taking basically the Medina fort. Next fort is Mecca, which is another mountains fort. And then in Asia, they've basically controlled all of what they need right now, and they're just ticking war score. They can get 30 more ticking war score because they just started getting ticking from battles because it shows superiority war. And it's for Chinese hegemon, which means that they're getting cores with every province that they occupy. Territorial cores. And it's Japan that's actually coming to the aid. Lord Sepp Japan coming into the aid of his ally. Stormark doing no movements though. They lost one battle on a jungle fort and then just are chilling. Cav nation here. Losing a lot of money, but Cav are very expensive to reinforce. You can see right there, 144. He's also spending 230 on boats. Is he trying to go for naval hegemon? It seems he is, but it's a bit early, and I'm guessing he's lacking like force limit buildings, naval force limit. Yeah, he has 0. He has 0 naval force limit buildings. That can't be right. Oh, I was looking at this. I was like, why is it only giving a quarter?
Because it shows the land force limits.
Yeah, it shows the land force. It's the same thing with this sailors building. They're going on this fort, but this is going to be a defensive battle. Be a defensive battle for Stormark.
Japan is here now.
Japan is here, but Japan we've rated as one of the worst custom nation builds. Sorry, Japan player, but it's all over the place. I mean, he has decent boats, but not even like amazing boats. Has no unique government form, but he does have the Japanese mission tree, but barely completed any missions. I think at least he gets samurai. Yeah, he does get samurai. He's not even at force limit of samurai. I mean, at this point, why aren't all of your infantry just samurai? And they don't have enough troops here in the south.
Yeah, they should not even fight this. Just let him push and focus on Bukhara first.
Yeah, and they
Although-
Bukhara. This is really scary with the war goal they chose. Couple bad battles and it swings because it swings so violently between two ends. They're gonna lose this battle here. No cannons. No cannons in the front row. I mean, no cannons in the back row. But you know, like this is gonna be a this is a mess. This is a mess, chat. Bukhara is able to turn the tide, and every one battle is gonna be really bad for them because if they keep losing battles, they're gonna be into the negative war score territory. And nope. Oh, that is no good. There's literally one cannon. Bukhara is shredding here with his cav and with artillery as cannons. They're playing a little bit of EU4 Arena where they have like a cannon focused nation being your cannons. And East Asia is just like, you know, he has 100 something K in the south. You can imagine that if he had this 100K here, it would be different. Bukhara's and artillery just might be coming out on top here. And this is another battle with cannons. Cannons in the front row, chat. So human wave doctrine in a two-front war, and they went from being at over almost 50 war score to back to 0. And it's a couple, like one more lost battle and war score goes the other way. And ooh, surprise, Congo and Ethiopia actually turned the tide against Neo-Seljuks. Neo-Seljuk's economy is just getting worse and worse with every month with the autonomy problem he's having. He needs to like dev out of this, but I don't think he can. Maybe. Let's see if he has the state privileges that are not. Okay, so he has expand the fortifications, which means he can't dev out of the manpower. How about the Dhimmi?
He can't seize out. Anyway.
Okay, so he can dev away the Dhimmi control. But it's going to be inefficient because he's going to be deving away half than he would normally would. But he can't seize. He can't dev really. Well, he can, but it will be very inefficient. But this low crownlands is really hurting him. Really, really, really bad.
Are you sure it's works out? I think if he devs, it just takes everything away from the Dhimmi.
Yeah, it will only take things away from Dhimmi. But it will be at half the rate.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm
Because
sure.
it doesn't work that way for seizing, for example.
It doesn't with seizing, but it does with deving. I don't know why. I learned that actually semi-recently. But Orisa's ganking, so Neo-Seljuks is getting ganked once again. But this is the problem with being number 1 GP. I promise you, if this guy was number 3 GP, he wouldn't be getting ganked like this. But since he's number 1, people don't feel bad to gank. Ethiopia is sending him peace seals now. Giving him the option.
Everyone's area, so everyone wants to fight him.
Yeah. And we see David pausing. He unconditionally surrenders to Ethiopia. Okay, so he's just going to want to focus Orisa, but Orisa's juiced. He's ready for war. 500k troops, so even if Neo-Seljuk comes here with everything, like, he's not going to have enough. Georgia will come as well, and it's going to be equivalent of Orisa. Orisa's nation is a landfire 15, 200 vassal force limit. He's got insane vassal force limit. His vassals are giving him so much force limit. This would be really good on a colonial nation, and +1 infantry fire. So Orisa's no joke. I mean, Neo-Seljuk has really great ideas too. infantry combat ability, land fire damage, all minus 10 all power cost, but this is not like an easy in one war against Orisa. I mean, for sure he loses if he fights both Ethiopia and Orisa at the same time. In a second, we're going to be seeing, let me make sure this guy's telling the truth. No, that is a lie. He's saying 12 months diplomat. Oh no, he's right. He's right, actually. That hurts Neo Seljuk so much because he could actually end up bankrupting here. Pause, pause, pause. Okay.
He will bankrupt.
No. He shouldn't. On the month ticket should be fine. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
No bankruptcy there. But that almost was a disaster. There you go, like, and they Ethiopia gave land to Iran in the peace deal. He returned land to Iran. Oh. So Neo
Wait, what did he
Seljuk.
give? You sure about that?
Yes,
He had Firestone. He had that before.
did he?
Yeah, he did. They
Oh yeah, he did. Okay, Iran took
Yeah.
that. Iran took that. Sorry, my bad, chat. I just didn't notice that he was already cut over here. He can still go through Hormuz. It's not the end of the world. He can still go through Hormuz. Still can go through Hormuz. So it's not completely ruined. Meanwhile, in the north here, ticking war score going to Bukhara. That means that the human wave doctrine in East Asia needs to start winning battles. They're doing what Napoleon suggested and they're ignoring the south. It's only Japan in the south while East Asia has all of its troops. A white piece from Stormark. Oh, it's the human wave doctrine. I was really confused for a second. But, you know, we're seeing Neo Seljuk getting ganked. We're seeing human wave doctrine getting ganked. The only thing that would make things right in the world is if Bukhara gets ganked. That way all top 3 GPs are getting ganked at the same time. Oh, and Neo Seljuk's uncons to Orisa too. Oh no, is this the fall of Neo Seljuk Empire? I mean, he's still going to be insane dev. He's just losing land in India. But he needs to like consolidate somewhere. I mean, with the fall of the Burgundian system, he could potentially just get his revenge on Ethiopia. But look at that Ethiopian peace deal. Disgusting. And Orisa didn't even really take that much. He took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 provinces. I take that back. That's quite a bit. Didn't look like that much though because he had so much land in India already. But now economic situation of Neo Seljuks is dire. Even with low army maintenance, he's still losing 100 ducats a month. He has a big problem with autonomy, chat. I mean, he needs to decrease autonomy everywhere. But then he's dealing with rebels, but that's fine.
I mean, if he was to fight Ethiopia again, he could be smart. Like if you look at the whole thing that Ethiopia take, he has one fort in Bishar that like Iran could just deck for something in the Arabia and assault these forts, and if everything else, all of Hijaz and Medina is cut off.
Yeah, if he goes for Bashash.
It's one level 4 mountain fort to assault. It's gonna be painful, but it could win him the war.
For sure, I don't think Neo Seljuk is dead off of that. It's just his economic situation right now is very worrying. He just upped his troop maintenance right now. I think he needs to deal with some rebellions or something. Actually, he has no rebellions. Dude. The -5 unrest actually coming in clutch here. Even if he, like, reduces... I mean, yeah, even if he reduces autonomy, he doesn't get rebels. -5 unrest, OP, chat. Very underrated in these custom nation lobbies because it's kind of seen as like a single player idea. But -5 unrest is really good, dude. Really, really good. Needs to fix his economic situation, but he can like probably get like 60 ducats of income by just reducing autonomy. Which means he was still losing -40, and that's what he's doing. He's reducing autonomy now. We don't hear it like mass clicked, which is a bit weird. I would suspect he would do it with all of them. Human wave doctrine now going up to more troops. 758,000, dude. 758,000. Sorry, not 8K thousand. And they win a battle in the east, but still taking more
And he's
score.
running out of manpower on the human wave.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't really like he's 711,000. He did just build a bunch of troops, but he loses a battle here. Gonna get stack wiped. Oof. Gonna get stack wiped again. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
he just
not.
wants the manpower back.
He just wants the manpower back. Surely. It's going in with the cannons, but the cannons aren't even reinforced.
I mean, car is very overstacked here.
And there's the
He's also running out
cannons.
of manpower.
The cannons are all so weak. They're barely doing anything in this battle. Here's a question actually that I don't know the answer to, but I think it's yes. Is do damage cannons still give the pip? I think they do. So it's fine in terms of damage. Defensive pips. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. So even if you have a cannon stack that's 10 troops out of 1,000, I still think it gives defensive pips to the front line. In this case, he's chosen the Demi Culverine, so he gets 1 morale, 1 shock, 1 fire pip. Because these are modded cannon pips. What ideas does Human Wave have? He's manpower 50, goods produced 2, flag goods produced, that's 2 manufactories on every single tile, 17.5 morale of armies, center of upgrade minus 40, production efficiency 10, discipline 2.5, domestic trade power 15, all states equilibrium 10, land attrition minus 30, and cost of reducing war exhaustion minus 75. That means hitting this button only costs him 2 right now. 2! That doesn't sound right. And the land attrition is actually quite nice. I bet he's still losing a lot of troops from attrition, yeah. Because, you know, late game EU4 wars and MP are just attrition fest.
I mean, that's historical, but yeah.
Yeah. True. Great Britain has fallen. France has taken it, so that's land for France to be satisfied with. This is the police.
Westphalia took the Isles,
control.
really?
Yeah, well, how did he even get that? He's building a navy now. I mean, he has ports, so navies are possible. What is Franco-Anglo order going to do? I mean, he has a bunch of money stockpiled, probably because he's out of things to build, so he's just sitting on selling titles and developing. But, like, what is this nation even going to do? Surrounded by stronger powers on every single border, not colonial nation. So, very limited options for him. Russia just disconnects. We will not put AI on there. Japan just desperately being like, I can't hold. But Bukhara is still getting ticking war score. Wasn't enough. Minus 24 from battles. Oof. This is the problem with choosing a chose superiority war. I mean, if you don't choose this war goal, you don't get the territorial cores. So he kind of is like wants to choose this war goal so he can get the cores, but it's really proving a problem for him because he's not able to get the war score he needs. Potentially needs someone to gank again. Orisa, maybe. Russia, maybe. But Russia's no player right now, so that's definitely not going to happen. Is this the only war that's going on right now? It is, yeah. This is the only player wars going on. I mean, we see people doing AI wars, but I think it's Portugal still fighting something. What is this nation? The Penguin? Domain. Oh, Portugal's going for South Africa. Okay, I take it back. Maybe we will see Portuguese presence in Asia. I mean, we still like see Asian presence in North America, Like there's a non-played colony over here, so AI colony.
I mean, there's a Svevlad also doesn't have a player.
Yeah.
Florida.
We've been struggling finding players, but I kind of predicted it would be this way. So close to EU5.
That's been the case for even the
Been the case for
non-custom lobbies.
yeah, it's been the case for like the last 3 months, I would say. Ever since EU5 got announced, it's been getting with every week that passes, it's been like less people are interested in playing EU4 because they're just waiting for EU5, which makes sense. I mean, we would always see that right before an EU4 DLC that players would decline. Not to the same extent as we're seeing now with EU5's release. But
We've been struggling to have a good mod that everyone enjoy. That's also the issue.
Oh yeah, there hasn't been like a mod
I think that's a
hegemon.
bigger issue than U5.
I actually agree with that. There's been and all the modders don't want a mod. I think the only mod that's getting active support right now is Dukes' mod, which is not a lot of people like playing that mod. I'm gonna have to do another hot join here, chat, which is so painful for the players. I'll hot join as soon as Russia is about to cap. For like 2 months. Actually, I need to do it next month. Because he can't click buttons. Someone's gonna complain about this hot join. Calling it right now.
Doesn't seem like it. Well, I think I figured out what the Franco-Anglo order is gonna do now.
What's he gonna do?
Gonna go into Scotland. Gonna go into Scotland.
And then?
Because you remember the province Westphalia took in Scotland? Yeah, he sold it to him.
Okay. Okay. So Westphalia probably got that land because he declared for like Denmark or something.
Yeah, he did that, and he got mill access from France.
So France giving mill access to the guy that defeated him in war. Sense? I mean, maybe that they with yeah, they're not like enemies.
There's a lot of animosity.
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna enjoy the other guy being in the London node.
yeah. I mean, like, but you know, that's his ally and on his border. Lily did click. Yeah, he clicked. I can see that he spent mana. Means desync. East Asia getting peace deals sent. It's just max money war reps and removing treaties with Japan and human wave doctrine. That's actually worse than taking land, I would say. Isolating the Chinese. I mean, Japan's pretty unconsequential, I'll say. I'm sorry, Japan player, if you're watching VOD. But that's kind of the truth. But removing human wave doctrine means human wave doctrine is isolated. Means East Asia's isolated, and they're trying to win a battle in the south. Not looking good. Cannons on both sides for both of them on the front line, but it seems, whoa, this battle is going to be really close. Really close battle in the south here. I think, though, East Asia's losing. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. He rolls a 0 to a 10. A 3 to a 10. Asia wins that battle. But in the north, it's Bukhara's almost at 50% war score, human wave doctrine in the whole 200k men. But so is Bukhara. I think it matters more though for Bukhara because Bukhara is more of a quality, but he does have very high quantity. Probably seeing that in the losses. Yeah, human wave doctrine double the losses, but it's kind of his build. It's in the name.
Oof. Wow. Did you see this 50 to 20k?
I didn't see that 50 to 20k, but maybe chat saw it because I did
Yeah,
have the battle selected. Look at those losses.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean 9 to 1 in a shock phase against the Cav build is not a good roll.
Yeah, that's minus 54. Is he gonna send in the stab hits? So far, we're seeing none. Three, please. Yeah, and like we're saying, it seems that he does want to expand into the north of the British Isles on Franco-Anglo order. But that might create some animosity between him and the France player, his long-time ally. I mean, these guys have been allied since day one, but France has got permanent cores and claims. Not permanent cores. It's 1701, so 100 more years on those cores.
I think that's long enough.
But definitely going to create some animosity here between the two, unless it's agreed on. But then it's going to be kind of a weird agreement. I would think. I don't know.
I don't think it's agreed on.
Does he have the navy to do this though? Because yeah, Great Britain's an AI, but he's still got a lot of land. I mean, a lot of
I mean,
navy.
he just needs that. If it's if it's agreed between him and France, he just needs to make a claims, and he can just walk through France.
Do you have enough troops though? In GBAI has like 100k. He does have enough troops. Navy is a big problem, and Cherokee and Iroquois AI are eating up GB's colonies. GBAI just getting eaten on multiple fronts.
Okay, these natives are definitely broken. Alright, no, it's yeah, Iroquois doesn't have the government.
Oh, and East Asia is actually getting stab hit from Stormark.
Wasn't that what you said before for an treaties?
Okay, so East Asia getting stab hit. He's running out of admin. It's an all treaties. It's an all treaties peace deal. Gonna decline again. That's gonna be -1 stab. They're not turning this war, so I'm not sure what's the point of hitting the stab hits. They're not even dedicating any troops to the south. So
Well, no, he just wants, like, he's never gonna be able to enforce. That's the thought process, I think. He just wants to break the alliances and just choose break and walk through him.
no, but I'm saying East Asia. Why isn't he just not accepting if he's not gonna fight on this front? He's just losing admin and
Oh yeah,
stab.
yeah, definitely. I mean, he has a lot of stab cost. Gonna cost him 35 points to stab up. So yeah, you can keep that going for a very long time.
I guess he can. But he accepts the stab hit. Which means that East Asia is now isolated from human wave doctrine in Japan. Which means that the next war against Stormark is going to be a 1 versus 1 if he declares war in the next 15 years. And he truce breaks.
Yep.
Wait, but he did war reps. Flagship sunk. He did war reps for 1 month.
Why would you do truce break? Robots when you got a truce break.
Yeah. Here he comes. He interesting situation there that Stormark did. Maybe he took the war reps thinking, oh, I won't truce break, and then he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna truce break.
Yeah.
I mean, 15 years is long enough for the
Think
truce
it's
to come back.
automatic.
But then you have like 5 years to win the war, or like 6 years to win the war before human wave. But then 6 years is fine because there's a 5-year rule for joining wars. Neo Seljuks is doing good on economy now. Hey, what's up?
You know, Mr.
Hey,
Paquette?
I'm just Marshall Felix will hop on my nation and continue playing. I'm not feeling well, so I got him to sub for me.
Okay.
Just as a heads up, he will attend the hot run in a second, and when he does, I will leave.
I think we have to rehost. Napoleon, do you want to host?
You want me to host?
Or should
People
I
are not gonna
host?
be happy if I host. I mean, I can. Like, I
We're
don't
gonna
mind,
have
but
to
people are not gonna be
rehost.
happy.
Too many hot joins.
Do you just do it now then, or what? I'm sorry to put you in this position, but I don't know.
We'll rehost January.
Sure, I would type it.
What's up, Moin Meister? Moin Meister. Alta Bruda. Was? What does was mean? Does that mean just like what?
Yeah, it means what?
What?
Exactly.
In Lebanese Arabic, you'd say shu? Yeah, like shoe.
True.
Yeah. Shu? A bit too much work right now. I feel that, dude. I've been working overtime last 2-3 weeks, and I think it's gonna be like that for the next 3 weeks too. Okay. And now that East Asia's completely committing to this front, he's alone fighting on this front. This is not looking good for the Chinese bros. Is China gonna end up getting split here? You know,
I don't. Depends. Like, if East Asia fully committed to the southern front, he could win. Like, look at the number. He has more troops, and he still has manpower. While the Stonemark is out of manpower.
how is Stormark out of
Yeah,
manpower?
he's no quality, I guess.
Low quality
Push
units.
minus twos.
Pushing -2s.
And East Asia has 30 ICA. Yeah, Pluto quantity. There you go. Against offensive quality. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been saying for a while that quality is kind of broken in this mod.
Quality is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing Human Wave
25
Doctrine
ICA.
playing with Pluto quantity. We're seeing a lot of Pluto quantity. But that gives like very little quality in your armies. Did I save?
I did.
Good.
So, are you hosting or do you want me to do it?
I'll host. You and your boss aren't the best friends. Something happened between you and your boss. At least I'm gone in 3 weeks. You quitting? Or you found a new job? Probably both, right? You found a new job and you're quitting. I mean, there's nothing wrong with quitting before finding a new job, but you know, that's like the safe way to do it, right? You get the job offer and then you quit. Do you have to give 2 weeks notice in Germany? I mean, technically speaking, you don't have to give 2 week notice in California, but it's still the respectable thing to do. Like by California labor laws, you don't have to give a 2 weeks notice. You can just quit on the day of and then just leave that day. 2 week notice, not a thing. But is it still done like as like respecting? Because that's a lot. Everyone does it because it's like you don't want, like when you're in your new job or you're looking for jobs, you quit and look for a job, and then you put your old job as like a reference. You don't want them be telling your new job that you're trying to get like, oh, he just quit and left. Not a good look, right? Ah, and your job contract at the time was limited. Okay, okay. Oh, it's like a time limited job. Oh yeah, yep, my 2 contracts with Paradox are like that. They go up for renewal January 1st, and then it's like we renegotiate on January 1st. Hate production work one time and hopefully never again. What's production work? In what reference? Also, what's your production efficiency percentage? Will you reference? Simmons. Oh, okay. That's a pretty big company, dude. Simmons builds PCs. I thought they were phones and telecommunication. I don't know. Were my top five? Definitely France. Neo Seljuks. France. The cutest nation someone asked was Robot City, the one with the immortal 6-6. He's like LARPing being an immortal ruler. That's kind of cute and funny. France is in my top five. I really like Kalshia's build as well. Fish always somehow cooks. I really like Kalshia's build. He can get like 7-8 generals. And I always, for some reason, like when builds that involve like really good generals. That's why Oda is like my favorite Japanese daimyo. Sorry, I almost said that. Almost said Chinese. The one Japanese guy watching is gonna get insulted. I used to have a regular that was from Japan. You know that, chat? He struggles to watch nowadays because like I think when I stream it's like the early morning for him. But we used to have a regular viewer from Japan.
Oh, it's late at night.
Is
mean,
it? It's
okay.
the early morning, I think. Japan time.
It's
3 a.m.
Depend the point of view. Yeah.
3 a.m.
For me, it's late. I consider this late at night or something.
Yeah. That is late night.
Yeah.
What advice would you give me for EU5 I want to stream? The 9000X3D, the 9000X3D, or is it 9800? The 9800, the 800. The 9800X3D is OP for Paradox games in general, and it's also OP for most video games. The 9800XD. Then I would say if you're streaming, I would get a card with at least 12 gigs of VRAM. And for that, I would recommend at least a 5060 Ti or a 4070 or a 3070 Ti. Turkey. I love Turkey, dude. I think I might visit Turkey next year. I want to show my wife Istanbul. I really loved my time when I was in Turkey, like when I visited. It was one of the most enjoyable nations I went to. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. For me, yeah, that would be it. And I would also recommend at least 32 gigs of RAM. If you're streaming, you have that set up, you'll be a-okay to stream on high settings. I mean, I record on high settings, 4K, which is a bit annoying, but for all of the content that's on the EU5, the official Europa Universalis, we have standardization across all content. It has to be 2K and it has to be high settings. And 3D map, no 2D map, like no paper map. But I'm fine with all of that except for the 4K because I don't have a 4K monitor. So I have to use the NVIDIA's like spoofing of 4K, and you can't spoof to 2K, but you can spoof to 4K. I don't even know if it's called. It's like dynamic resolution. It's called. I think it's called NVIDIA Dynamic Resolution. Yeah, dynamic super resolution is what it's called. So yeah, I've been recording fine, 30 to 60 FPS fine. Recording is very similar to streaming. It's literally the same software. Actually, recording is more intensive than streaming because I'm doing like I'm doing higher quality footage than when I am streaming. Like streaming, I cap it because you have a limit on how much information you can like send to a Twitch server. But I've been recording just fine. And what I have for specs, he's not getting cooked, actually. Urad it's a very close war between him and Human Wave Doctrine. Do we need subs? I think we're good.
You can always come like this.
Colonies. No, we're good though. Unless you want to play Colony. 5060 Ti, 12 gigs VRAM if you're streaming. One thing is that EU5 can take a decent amount of VRAM, and you can also choose it to take less VRAM. So 8 gigs can work, but I recommend for like playing 8 gigs is more than enough. But for streaming and recording, I would recommend at least 12 gigs of VRAM. And I personally recommend for streaming and recording that you have at least a 4000 series card, 4060, 4070, 4080 over the 30,000 cards because they have two separate chipsets for encoding and game encoding. Video encoding and game encoding are two different chips on the board. So theoretically, recording and streaming should have very little impact on your gameplay. Kakos, I have been doing no testing on MP. I did testing on MP months ago, and it seemed fine when we were playing with like 20 players. But I've not been involved with any MP testing at all, so I have no idea. $5060 Ti, you know, if you want to go to the 5070, it's better than the 5060. But I think 5060 is good enough. At least 12 gigs of VRAM, though. Whatever card you get, that's my recommendation. Streaming, recording. I'm gonna upgrade my graphics card very soon. I'm probably gonna get. I think I'm gonna get a 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte. Okay, starting. It's be upgrade for my 3070 Ti. 8 gigs of VRAM on my 3070 Ti. And if you're recording and streaming, always get NVIDIA cards over AMD cards because they have NVEC. Back to the score. Has anyone already thought of slots for EU5 MP? Yes, there's a player called Lexe, older guy in the community. Like not old as in age, but like he's been around since the first Habibi MP, and he used to play in all my MP games until I think he did military service because he's Finnish. Does Finland have mandatory military service? I think it has mandatory reserves, which is the reason why Finland has like a 2 million reserves or something like that, or 1 million reserves, which for their population is insane. But I think he went to the military for a couple years. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, Lexe made a 120 player slotting for EU5, which is insane, without even playing the game. Yeah, he also plays on Slavic servers sometimes. He hasn't, in my recent memory, hasn't played any games. Yeah, but he made a 120 player slot for EU5. That's insane. Does Finland have mandatory military service? Yes, it does. All male citizens must do at least a year of military service through armed, unarmed, or non-military service. There you go. And I think once you do your service, you have like a 6-year or 8-year reserve status, which means you can get called to the front lines if need be. Hopefully that will never happen in our lifetime.
Oh, yeah. I used to say we'll never see a war in Europe in our lifetime.
Yeah, there's like
So,
people on YouTube. I was watching Tommy K doing one of his like political streams because that's the thing he does now, where he just watches like YouTube videos and gives his takes on like political matters and the war in Ukraine and stuff. And there was a video that we were all watching on his channel where the guy was saying that if Russia goes for a NATO member, it would be Estonia. Again, hopefully not.
And that's the plan that was leaked at some point.
Yeah, it was leaked that he would go for Estonia because, and then to prove that NATO won't defend its members. But that's really scary. I really hope nothing happens there. Wait, is that Hunturion? What the hell? I haven't seen that name in forever. That's got to be someone spoofing as him. Yeah, I think that's Memesy. No, it is actually him, I think. Where is he? Oh, he's on South Africa. SAF prison. I don't know, dude. Human wave doctrine not looking so good in this war. I mean, in the south, Stormark is getting defeated by East Asia, but this is just taking the attention. Bukhara and artillery like committing pretty hard for this war. Bukhara more so because it's his war, it's his land to lose. Yeah. This would be the time. Russia. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not encouraging ganks, chat. But Bukhara's out of manpower, you know. Only 25k in the hole compared to the 250k in the hole for Human Wave Doctrine. But you Human Wave Doctrine not getting the full aid of East Asia because East Asia is focusing on the south front against Stormark. This is not looking good for them. They're having the full minus war score from battles, minus 40. It's going to take a lot of battles, winning a lot of battles in a row to get this war score back in their favor because it is a show superiority war. You're in Ukraine. I hope you stay safe, man. Yeah, if they don't defend, defend Estonia, that's like be really scary, because that's just appeasement 2.0, which we saw how that turned out last time. In Estonia, it's like from the Russian border is like what, a 1-hour drive to their capital. I really, like I said, I really hope nothing happens there because we know a lot of Estonians actually. Our head modder on my Discord is from Estonia and he lives there. NATO is way stronger than Russia, but NATO also doesn't want to like do what it needs to do to stop things.
NATO is more spread out. The risk is not like if you go full out war, NATO can probably win.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
The risk is if Russia like blitz the Baltics, goes to Riga and stuff, and makes a line there, and then like they come to NATO and say, okay, if you push, we nuke you.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah, what do you do in that situation? Or they declare war on Estonia and they say, if you stop us from taking Estonia, we will nuke you. Yeah, that's what happens. Same thing happens here in Lebanon, dude. You know, people get used to war. It's like, you know, a lot of people don't get that, but like it just, when it becomes the norm, people just get used to it. Get used to the blackouts. Get used to hearing like crazy things.
Get used to your friends dying.
Get used to your friends dying. Yeah.
Oof,
It's not looking good. Then if you take Estonia, we nuke you, and then what? Yeah, right. right, chat. Like it's so cooked, man. Like,
that works if you consider that the guy you're talking to has a rational thinking, you know.
Hope
Like
your
he's not
family is
necessarily
safe.
defeated.
Lebanon is still very safe. I'm in Lebanon. Lebanon generally is very safe, especially North Lebanon. It's South Lebanon that's still very dangerous right now. But my most of my family lives in Beirut or north of Beirut. Been fine. Yeah, Russia says if you don't let me 1v1 Estonia, you're ganking. If NATO ints, then China will int. For Taiwan?
I highly doubt that.
I mean, people were saying that if USA puts boots on the ground for Iran, China will go for Taiwan. But yeah, it's kind of crazy times we live in, you know, like I feel like we're closer than ever than even in compared to the Cold War, closer than ever to full-blown nuclear war again. They built a replication of Taiwan on mainland. Even with like the Taipai Tower and everything, that's crazy. Look at the battles. Battles of the human wave doctrine. Fighting for Anyang. Trying to hold the line here. But the manpower situation is so bad for human wave doctrine. Where are the human wave? I mean, manpower for East Asia is also not looking good. He also got pushed back from the south, and now he's committing to the north. He's winning the battles. Is this a show superiority war? No, it's a war goal, which is raid Shadow Legends. Don't play that game, chat. Raid Shadow Legends in the south. And Ruthenia is also in a war in this time. Oh, Russia's just killing Ruthenia. Okay, so Russia does start a war, but it's against Ruthenia. And the player's still here, chat.
Is the police gonna intervene again? They don't have the point last time.
I mean, them getting intervened, I would say, was a direct correlation to them losing the war against Westphalia. Because they were like at 70k max manpower when Westphalia declared, because he committed pretty hard in the Russia war. Like, he committed quite hard. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, his entire army was there.
Pretty honorable to Roach in this situation. Most people would leave being in Ruthenia's position. I mean, his nation's omega scuffed. Less than 100 ducat income at 1600 is really scuffed in U4 MP. Trying to hold the line here for the human wave doctrine, but look at those casualties. 2-1 minimum, it looks like. Yep, there's the 3-1. Oh, okay, they're doing better on the fire here. Rolled a good on the shock. It is a -2 after all, but they're running out of troops on the front line. And it's Jover,
I mean,
that battle.
he took the Miltech 10 years earlier, no?
Human wave doctrine, yes. Took Miltech 17. What is Miltech 17? Infantry fire, cav shock. Military tactics. Miltech 17 is changing
is
this
good.
mod. It's not just cav chalk and supply limit. That's what it is in vanilla. I'm
Oh yeah,
almost
actually,
certain.
never mind, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It's a
In
mod
fact,
thing. It's a mod thing.
Oh, yeah.
I said it. I said the thing.
I think it's too little, too late.
Les says GG. Les says GG. Oh, Ruthenia calls it a quits. I mean, he just got split in half. You know, we did see Russia doing something. Russia's sneakily getting into the top 3 GPs. I'd say top 5 nations now in terms of strength. Neo-Seljuks did suffer in those last wars. How's his autonomy situation look like? Okay, it's like a lot better. Let's look at his average autonomy by looking at government reform. He's at
He got
13%.
the Ottomans. What?
Wait, he gave Georgia gave him Ottomans? But then what does Georgia get? I mean, he can expand to Ruthenia, but that just makes Russia your enemy. Already stretching it by taking like Dagestan and Circassia, but that's where's capital? Oh no, it's a bug. Because it's a mod thing, because coastal defenses give fort limit. I was about to say, why is his capital right here? And Adiga.
And now he goes for Moldavia.
Defender against. Oh, okay, it's gonna be a white piece. He's just defender of the Orthodox faith. But wait, what is Neo-Seljuks doing here? This is overextension. Not only did he go in Arabia, Egypt, India, Anatolia, but he's also expanding. Is this to show strength? No, it's the conquest of Bessarabia. So not only that, he's expanding into Europe. You can see this biting him in the back here. Surprised though, Bukhara is still able to fight this war without any intervention from Orisa or Russia. That surprised me. Like I said, I'm not saying that they should gank, but we've seen a lot of ganks, especially in Custom Nations lobby, and like we're literally seeing East Asia doctrine getting ganked, meanwhile fighting for Human Wave doctrine. Like there's already a 3v2 gank going on here.
I think it's Discord lagging.
Discord's lagging, okay, but Orisa and Russia not getting involved with Bukhara's war, because Bukhara is also a very overextended nation. Not only does he have a bunch of the steppe, he's in North China, he's in North India. Human Wave Doctrine is a money guy. You're seeing he's making like 500 ducats sometimes in war, which is insane. He's also subsidizing 200 ducats while still making money. I mean, he's on the way.
All this money. He has so little manpower in the bank, and he has like so many manpower buildings to build, and he's not building them.
Why is he not building them?
I think he hasn't noticed.
He hasn't noticed.
He has force mid buildings.
He has a lot to build, actually. I'm surprised he has a bank.
He has no university. What?
No universities? I mean, that just unlocked. That just unlocked.
Okay.
He took tech 10 years out of time.
But the manpower buildings is. Yeah.
I don't think no one else has tech 17 adamant. Yeah, he's literally the only one. So he just unlocked those. Quick check on Franco-Anglican order. He's losing money again somehow. What is Triple Z Hacker, the legendary Total War YouTuber, doing? Only time will tell.
He's sieging Scotland right now.
Did he get access?
No, he just walked through.
Okay. His navy did end up losing, though, eventually. But he walked through and now he's fighting against GB. His only year was 74k, but the GB AI is down to... Wait, where's GB's army? Where is GB's army? It's 60k in Scandinavia. Oh, the AI is moving. The AI is moving. It's AI GB. He's moving. Okay. That's scary. That's scary. That's like 90k troops altogether. I'm assuming there isn't war chest. No, there's no war chest. This mod. War chest is a weird mechanic to have. Ooh, Chinese seem like they're gonna lose here, chat.
Back right now.
They're trying to push back, but it's overstack after overstack. Yeah. Bukhara not doing so well in manpower, 100 in the hole, but we gotta check Human Wave Doctrine's manpower. You know, about the same. East Asia 70k in the hole, but East Asia is also getting siege in the south, and he's taking war score going against him. Second chat. What do LeBron cannons do? I think he's just cannon fire. Yeah, and artillery combat ability. Pretty good cannons. Artillery fire and cannon combat ability, and he also went quality, I think. No, he just went offensive. I thought quality in this mod does give artillery combat ability. Okay, interesting that you went
Yeah, it does.
divine. I guess the next will be quality.
It's for morale damage. And only the fire too.
Okay.
Oh, and 10 artillery with damage from back row. I think that's better.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, our divine ideas has artillery damage from back row. So pretty strong cannons. Really strong cannons. They're probably the best cannons in the lobby. Oh, I actually take that back. They are the best cannons in the lobby. I don't think anyone has 50 artillery combat ability. Morale damage cannons because of arena. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder what cannons he chooses with this build. I assume it's the fire, he chooses demi. Okay, yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Because this mod makes a very clear distinction between the cannons. It's like one's a defensive cannon, you get 3 more defensive pips, or you can go offensive and go full-blown offensive. I mean, 3 offensive morale pips, 3 offensive shock, 2 offensive fire pips. That's pretty significant for offensive.
And the storm arc, the Indonesia is finally pushing.
Yeah, it's getting cooked for the Chinese. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Getting cooked. Unless we see some kind of intervention soon, but I doubt it. And there we go. Yeah, look. Georgia's expanding into Ruthenia. Neo-Seljuks are expanding into Ruthenia. Kalshia is expanding in Neo-Ruthenia. They were just all waiting for him to die. And just like that, in 3 peace deals, there's going to be no more Ruthenia. Russia's not going to like this, though. Especially considering if Georgia goes into the Crimea node. But, you know, Georgia's going to just say...
Node if he has the war goal, the trade centers, but yeah.
Crimea goes into Kiev, Kiev goes into Novgorod. So it's still, you still like Crimea.
Yeah.
You want Astrakhan and Crimea as Russia. One challenge also is going to be merchants on Russia. Since he doesn't have the east lands, he can't make merchants using trade companies. So he's gonna have to probably go trade ideas next. That's what I would imagine, just so he can get more merchants. Because right now, like for example, Cyber, he's not pushing from there. Samarkand, he's not pushing from there. Crimea, he's not pushing from there. You don't need a merchant for Kazan, because Kazan only flows into one direction. Like almost entirely going out. Yeah. Someone's collecting here. Oh, Artilleria is collecting there. But Russia's got a lot of potential enemies here. You know, but he's getting very strong. Almost at the same manpower as Human Wave Doctrine. But remember, he has better quality than Human Wave Doctrine. So much scarier nation to deal against. Chinese bros, it's looking more and more dire with every day tick. I mean, Human Wave Doctrine has lost about 300k troops here. Is he finally building buildings? No. I mean, he's building universities? No. Where did he just lost like 5k and I don't know where it's going. He's building boats. Plus 41 caravels in one tile. What? I don't know what's going on there. He's a pretty big fleet on Human Wave Doctrine. Surprisingly, a lot of naval force limit. Oh, is it because the naval force limit buildings? Ah. The naval buildings can be built inland in this mod. It's a mod thing, chat.
Yeah.
So you just build them for the force limit. I was really surprised. I was like, he actually has quite a bit of sailors in force limit. I mean, does building the dock inland give sailors? It does. So he has sailors coming out of Fuxian. Is your wife a citizen
Good.
of Lebanon, by the way? So yes, she technically is, because through marriage of a male, you can give citizenship. That's that's the only way someone can get citizenship in Lebanon, by the way, outside of father being Lebanese. Your father has to be Lebanese to get citizenship. Or you need to marry a Lebanese guy. But marrying a Lebanese woman does not give citizenship. Weird citizenship laws here. Not gonna question. Look at those ticks, dude.
Okay, I see severe skill issue right now on Iran.
What's going on in Iran?
Look at his troops and look at his cannons.
No cannons.
Just split up among all his stacks.
Oh.
It's Emia,
Oh.
he's not a beginner.
Emia, what are you doing? He's fighting against Georgia. Is this a 1v1? David's not getting involved? Is the Georgia... Wait, the Georgia Neo-Seljuk Empire alliance over?
I mean, yeah, he had to deck for the
Oh, he's fixing his
for
cannons
the
now.
Ottomans.
But he can ally
Okay,
again.
stream sniping confirmed.
He joins, I think. No, he doesn't.
He should not join. Let them fight. Let them fight, and if you see Georgia loses, you should just save him. I mean, Georgia is a strong nation. He has same amount of troops, but he has +1 local dice roll on mountain forts. With the rampart, yeah, he's not gonna have fun pushing this.
I mean, even if it's a 1v1, this is going to be a very tough war for Iran. He needs to win this, though.
Yeah.
It's the only war
It's
that he
gonna be
could
minus.
do.
This battle is gonna be a -4.
I mean, they're equal in force limit. Georgia's the one goods produced and own territory dice roll. That's what he's saying. That this is a -2 because of there, then a -1 because of that, and then dice roll -4. Technically, it's a -2 minus. It's weird, but the
Okay,
minus and the
that's
plus
-4.
don't make it a -4 technically, because it's a -2 +2. Because
Yeah.
there's limit values, right? So it doesn't, like, technically it's not a -4. It's not as bad as a -4, but it's still really bad. Yeah, this is gonna be really tough for him to push. I mean, Neo Seljuk leaving this as a 1v1 with, you know, Iran having his cores. Very interesting. Maybe some kind of deal was made, like, let me 1v1 Georgia,
And he has 3 cores.
and he's like confident. He has more than 3 cores. He has 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cores on Iran.
What?
Yeah, look.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. And I was thinking the cores Iran had on Georgia.
But, you know, like, maybe he's so confident that Georgia's got this. He's
Iran
like,
getting slaughtered.
yeah,
Yeah, I would be confident too if I saw this.
this
There's
is
25k in the garrison he could also pull out.
this is massacre. Look at those differences in casualties, chat. Oof, 2 to 1 on average. But it's close. It's close. Cannon's on the front line for Georgia. Still with a... Oh, he doesn't sortie? Okay, he did sortie.
He hit already.
But Georgia actually loses the first battle. Now here's where we're going to see this. Is Neo Seljuk going to join? Georgia could be like, hey, I just lost the first battle. Losing this fort would be very good for him because he doesn't have ramparts. Oh, he has a rampart there. But I was going to say, he might not have ramparts everywhere. So this was like his best chance of getting the best battle. Yeah, you can odd join. Did you just crash? Yeah, both sides lost cannons there. So it's not the end of the world for Georgia, but Georgia's going to need more troops. These nations are actually very, like, surprisingly, Persia is stronger than Georgia. I mean, Georgia giving away Ottomans was very surprising. That was like his land, you know, Anatolian
I
land are pretty
understand
good.
why. Like, He would never have been able to annex it. It was 900 deep to annex. I checked.
Still annexable. Still annexable in my eyes.
Yeah. Is it worth it? I don't think so. But like, yeah. These two nations are very similar in strength.
Very similar. Very interesting 1v1 setup we got here. Meanwhile, in China, the Chinese are not doing good. Minus 79 East Asia. Stormark's going for the 95. I mean, he can't truce break again, so he's got to go for 95 on this war. Stab hit event on East Asia. Stab loss, and now Bukhara is pushing into East Asia. Instead of going for the mountain fort, this is the smarter move. You go for the flatlands, and Human Wave Doctrine is just... What is he doing? Attritioning 8% right now, 2.9%. Attritioning 0.6%. Max attrition of 8%. So they're just starving over here. Numbers not looking good for them. I mean, numbers not looking good for Bukhara either. This war has severely weakened him. Human Wave Doctrine just spent another 8k. What is he spending money on? I'm so confused. He had like 15k in the bank and he's down to 2k. What is he spending money on? Is he just giving it to East Asia? Because East Asia suddenly has 8k in his bank.
No, he hasn't given money. Oh yeah, actually he did. He gave subsidies and he sent a gift.
Oh, it's because
Big
East
gift.
Asia is about to bankrupt. That's where the money's going. He's trying to stop East Asia from bankrupting.
Wow.
Meanwhile, battle again on the -4. Iran was not able to get the siege, but Georgia still, again, not enough troops. He sortied already. Cannons on the front line again.
I didn't notice he's fighting a 75% cav compatibility nation.
Yeah, Iran has a 75 cav combatability. He's a cav combatability nation. And also winged hussars. How many winged hussars does he have? He has 35 Kizbash, which are land maintenance modifier, fire damage received. He has 34 Cossacks, which are 15 shock damage, and he has 29 winged hussars. Okay, he's cooking here. He's cooking for sure. Meanwhile, Switzerland in war. Who's Switzerland at war with? With Westphalia. Interesting.
Westphalian Congress of Strasbourg. Here we go again.
It's Westphalia, the
before
damage
summoning.
received build. He's very scary. Alright, near the month tick, I'll accept you, Memesy. I think you're still watching stream. Human Wave Doctrine's basically 1v1ing here against... Oh no, Artillery's here still with his cannons, and Human Wave Doctrine wins a battle. But still, he lost so many battles, it's still -40, because it does tick over. Oh, on the next month tick, I will hot join you in. Our game speed's just so nice, dude. I don't want to do this hot join, but I really should.
Is he playing?
He's playing a colony.
Yeah, he's Colombia.
I'm sorry, guys. Game's gonna get slower because with every hot join, the game gets slower. I don't know why. His batch get their quality from estates, no? Yeah, but you need to give the estate privileges. They would show on the unit if he gave them out. Right now, it's only 5 damage received.
Oh, and the Neo Seljuk is fighting the Africans again.
Top 5 meta pick for what? Like the nations or ideas? It's modded. It's modded. So ideas are very different than vanilla ideas. They're very, very different. Ideas, top 5 idea picks in this mod or in vanilla? Vanilla, I have an entire YouTube video you should check out. In this mod, I'm not really sure. I've not been playing this mod at all. Last time I played this mod was beginning of summer, I think. Quite a while away. Like June?
Honestly, I think the ideas in this mod is really good. There's not really an answer. It really depends on what build you're going for.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the whole idea of the mod. But they win another battle. I think they're still at minus 40. Does Bukhara start doing stab hits? I mean, human wave doctrines at +3 stability, a lot of admin stored up.
Svevlad is tapping the Neo Seljuk against Ethiopia.
Oh,
That's unexpected.
Vladia, Spain and Neo Seljuks working together against Ethiopia. And Ethiopia doesn't have his Burgundian system, so no OP mercs in this one. But it's a 2v2, Neo Seljuks versus Svevladia. Maybe that's why he didn't join against Iran, but that means his old ally Georgia just dying. Because Iran's pushing very hard, 36 war score. Iran's winning. But yeah, Svevladia joining with Neo Seljuks to 2v2 Ethiopia and Congo. I mean, that's number 3 and number 5 GP against 2 non-GPs. Gonna be very hard for Ethiopia to win. Maybe they can get another person to help them, but I don't know who. Yeah, I really don't know who would help them in that kind of situation now that they lost Songhai for the Burgundian system.
Orissa.
Yeah, Orissa, yeah. Potentially wanting more of this land. Will Orissa come? That's the question we'll have to answer. Wait to get the
I
answer.
think if he comes, he's gonna deck on his own. He's still
Yeah.
a truce.
I mean, it's kind of crazy. Neo Seljuks has more manpower than Ethiopia and Congo combined, and that's not even including Svevladia, who has 778k max manpower, which is probably the highest in game right now. Yeah, Human Wave Doctrine would have more if he built more manpower buildings, which he's not doing. I mean, he built a little bit of them, but like, yeah, he's not building more, and he's feeding more money to East Asia so he doesn't bankrupt. I mean, he's stopping the bankruptcy. East Asia still has quite a while, and he loses. Okay, so Stormark actually ends up getting a 95% war against East Asia. But that means that East Asia, though, is still isolated and can't ally until 1622 on Human Wave Doctrine. So if he ends up bankrupting, and he's actually deleting a lot of mercs, if he ends up bankrupting, that gives a huge opportunity for Bukhara to come and attack East Asia, and Human Wave Doctrine can't do anything about that except doing his own truce break. That would be very difficult. Switzerland's first GP because of institutions. He was able to get the free trade or global trade institution before anyone else. He's not actually the #1 GP. But this 1v1 against Westphalia, Switzerland's now winning. This is the damage received, morale received build. Just as like all damage received modifiers against a Merc build. Merc and Mill Tactics build. One will come out on top. I mean, we see 439k troops. Equal amount of troops, so it's going to come down to the builds. Westphalia ended up going defensive, religious, influence, divine. So more damage received, plus some artillery damage from back row and morale, and some manpower. Versus defensive, plutocratic. Plutocratic is kind of like a Merc build, because it does give Merc manpower in the ideas, and Merc discipline. Let's see how much Merc discipline he's working with here. He's working with 45.9 Merc discipline. On top of his normal discipline, that's 167 Merc discipline. That is insane. The casualties must be pretty good, right? We still have the question that I asked last week. Do Mercs get more mill tactics? They don't, I don't think. So Merc discipline is not as good as regular discipline. Still pretty insane. Really insane, actually.
No, also, I think they made a deal where none of them take the Miltech.
It's an honorable 1v1. No one taking Tech 17. They both can. It could be a deal, or both are just they're playing a game of like chicken, kind of, where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna take Miltech until this guy takes Miltech to save as many mill
It
points
makes
as
sense.
possible.
No, they don't get an advantage. If one takes it, the other one takes it, and then it's just equal. They just both lost our mill points from taking it early.
I mean, it's less than 4 years. You know, it's 3.5 years until it becomes not ahead of
Still,
time.
still 60 points per year.
You know, but so like any good player will have enough mill to take the mill tech. That's just kind of like, okay, if you're not stacking mill points in EU4 MP, you're doing it wrong. We talk about this a lot. You should always stack mill points, and it looks like Switzerland's build is edging out on top. Edging. Damage, but like, you know, the damage received build is still really good here, but it's the morale damage, I think, because discipline reduces morale damage as well.
And I think it's playing the morale damage, the shock damage and stuff is against the wrong nation because Swiss can have infinite manpower because of the mercs.
Yeah, Mega Dwarf, finally we can be free
Kind
of mill points. Yeah, but instead we're gonna have like Victoria 3 where people rush mill advances. It's like, oh, dude, he has new unit types. And I don't even have the mill institution. It's over. War is over. And I just got a notification. Someone did a cameo of me with the Sora AI. At AbsoluteHabibi, you can make videos using my likeness. Do that you will on Sora. I made a cameo thing. And there's 3 people that are just constantly making cameos of me. They're pretty funny. Yeah, but you know, EU5 you'll be free of mill points, but you'll get instead mill advances. And I predict in EU5 MP you'll just have players rushing mill advances because they're pretty significant for war. Like you get the new unit type, right? And they're just much better than the older unit type. And it's a huge advantage, actually.
And now it's a Svevlat's time to get decked by the American natives.
Oh my god, Iroquois.
Except he actually has
Iroquois is
troops.
bugged though. It doesn't have the. I think I know what happened with Iroquois. Cherokee released Iroquois in a peace deal.
That's what happened, yeah.
Yeah. Still though, you know, Svevladi has to commit some troops here.
I still don't know how they can ally each other. That still should not be able to happen.
Oh yeah, Mega Dwarf, for sure. There's already broken strategies, and there's even broken strategies that developers are aware of. I didn't show this when I played Muscovy, but there's a strategy you can do as Muscovy where you do no wars in the first 5 years, and you like quadruple in size just by diplo subjugating everyone. And you get like 11 subjects in the first 4 years of war. First 4 years of game, sorry. But it's like, it's fine because there's no way to balance that without nerfing diplo subjugation. Which is already pretty tough in some scenarios. Iroquois is Buddhist?
What? No. It's Vajan,
That's a type of Buddhism.
Okay. Then yes. I mean, it's the province belonged to the players before until it was released.
Okay, they're Buddhist Native Americans there. And Persia's still pushing here on Georgia. Georgia's now committing more troops, but I think it's a little bit too late because now he's on this fort, which is a -1. There's no rampart on this one.
He got pushed back from this before. He was there before.
True, and Persia's actually out of manpower.
I mean, so is Georgia. But yeah. Georgia has the troops advantage, especially that there's 30k garrisons in this fort.
Was he a great power Cherokee? It's getting there, chat. Not really. 411. Almost the same dev as the lowest dev player, which is Robot City, if we're not counting colonies. Counting colonies, I'm pretty sure the lowest dev player is South Africa. The immortal ruler just sitting on this island. What is he even doing, chat? Got like a 200 ducat income. That's not bad. But what do you even do in this situation? Surrounded by all sides by Stormark. What do you even do? I don't know. Doing roleplay. I guess, yeah. Yeah, more power to him. East Asia making positive money, so no bankruptcy from him. I mean, Human Wave Doctrine is saving his economy single-handedly. But you can do these kind of things when you have +2 global goods produced.
I mean, yeah, he's getting plus 300 ducats a month from subsidies. I hope he's not losing money.
Megadwarf, like I was saying, like there's like OP stuff that developers are aware of, but they're not gonna like nerf it. At least I don't think they are. Like the Russia strategy, that's not getting nerfed. I think that's gonna be there when game releases. You can just play Russia and yeah, Diplo subjugate like 10 people in the beginning of the game. I would consider that pretty OP because then you just become Omega strong in the first 2 years, 3 years of the game as Muscovy, making it much easier start than it's intended. I think it's intended, but maybe it's not intended. Maybe Russia's meant to be powerful. But for MP, it's going to be very interesting to see what people cook up. Because as we always see, it's the MP players that find the most broken things and exploit them to the maximum. We see, okay, so Scandinavia is just going to Russia. He's basically taking all of Sweden, took all of Norway already. And we can see Franco-Anglo Order has taken over Scotland. England. They haven't taken the war goal, so they're still at negative war score.
Never gonna be able to take it. That's the issue.
What's the war goal? Ulster. Oh
Ulster.
god. Oh god. That's not good.
50 from battles against AI.
He's getting white P requests from AI. I mean, maybe if GB AI bankrupts, which is close. You know, GB AI is actually close to bankruptcy, so maybe it's not cooked.
Yeah, he has 27 heavies now.
Can't wait for the first This Nation is Secret OP videos. I mean, you're saying that, but those already exist. Let me read. Those exist because people are doing AARs with pictures. Playmaker
yeah.
EU4.
To be honest, I really hate these videos. Even EU4 and like you playing as AI, obviously everything's gonna look OP.
Yeah. Spain is insane in EU5. India is insane in EU5. My new favorite nation EU5. Oh, that one's fine. Rise of Timur is insane in EU5. Portugal is turbo rich in EU5. Is Byzantium 2 OP in EU5?
That's the one thing I'm kind of sad is that from what you've been saying, Byzantium is too strong. I mean, too easy to play. Because the one thing that's fun with the biz is you have a really hard start, and so it gets very satisfying. If it's strong and easy, it's not fun. But there's also DLC especially for that that's already announced. So
yeah, I
really
mean the Byzantium has a lot of content. I think it just needs more. Like you need Ottoman's AI to get better, and it's already gone better in the last patch. I think Ottoman's AI just needs to be a lot stronger. You just see Ottomans every single game being strong. That's just my take on it. Oh, look at this. The human wave doctrine is doing what the human wave does. Bukhara's stab hitting now, though. He's stab hitting. He's sending in stab hits. I don't think he thinks he can win anymore. Human wave doctrine's finally doing fine on manpower. And they're stack wiping the artillery of Artilleria. Oh no, he's stuck. They got the fort. Bukhara's stuck. And that's going to be a lot of war score. He's still at minus 40 though on Human Wave Doctrine. He's getting stab hitted right now. He's stabbing up very cheaply though. But he's making the mistake of stabbing up on a positive stability. Oh, he's not stuck? Oh, okay. Bukhara's not stuck. Okay, I guess he can just go like that. I got baited by the fort that's right here. But he needs to win more battles, and he just lost so many battles that it's gone so hard into the negative. 2 more stab hits queued up. Religious unity, clerical dominance. What is clerical dominance? Why is it giving him 15 stab?
It's an event.
Oof. Till 1621. Everyone on the Chinese side is making money. Well, if this guy wasn't getting subsidies, he would be in a big trouble, but he is.
Yeah.
So he's completely fine. He's making insane income. And Human Wave Doctrine, just no debt, no loans. But he's getting stab hitted. Does he have stab cost advisor? He has no advisors or stab cost advisor. What is it? He's not even admin focusing. What is Marshall Felix doing? Marshall Felix throwing right now.
Why
But
does he not have any advisors?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. What is Marshall Felix doing? He's gonna get stab hit out of this. Bukhara just needs to not take any battles. I mean, what is he even stab hitting for? Max money? Illegal stab hits?
What's he asking for?
Illegal stab hits?
Oh, those
Gotta-
Uxin. No, he occupies these things. I think.
He occupies nothing.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, it's in the
north?
it's his vassal. Okay. Needs to unsiege his vassal, maybe. Ordos as well. Is he asking for Ordos? No, he's asking for Bainu or Denku. Why? What is going on here? Dude, okay. I was gonna get triggered if he had a policy as well. But you can switch this to stab cost. You can go to admin focus. You can switch this to stab cost, I think. Yeah. He'd be doing a lot to be losing less admin here, but he's not. And Bukhara's just running away. Yeah, that's the play. You just run away. There's no forts here. You could just run up north and just try to get some stack wipes. -2 stability. How much does it cost to stab up? 93. Oh. Ooh, it's cooked. It is cooked, chat. Human Wave Doctrine finally turned the war, but he's still gonna get stab hit out of this war. And the scary part here is actually for East Asia. East Asia cannot make an alliance for another 14 years with Human Wave Doctrine. So that gives a big opportunity to Bukhara to stab hit in those 14 years, or I mean truce break against East Asia, who's isolated, increasing his expansion into China. And he's out of admin. 2 stab hits on Doc. Might have been the play to accept the stab hit and go in, but then he's 1v2. And he's kind of relying pretty hard here on East Asia. East Asia's fielding like 400k troops for him. War goal is show superiority war. That's the painful part of this. Is that if Bukhara just runs with his armies, he's just got this war in the bag, which he does. Let's take a quick look at Switzerland war. Switzerland's pushing super hard into Westphalia. Westphalia out of manpower. So is Switzerland, but Switzerland's also using a lot of mercs, and his mercs are still doing fine on manpower. Some of them aren't. Only one of them aren't.
Every single merc.
Yeah, the merc builds have been proving very strong. He's plus 88 on Switzerland, so we might be seeing another loss here. Meanwhile, Ethiopia war, Ethiopians are losing. I mean, let's be honest, I really don't think Ethiopia and Congo can win this war. Sad to say, but I don't think they can win. And also, Georgia's pushing Persia. A lot of things that are happening around the world. Persia is losing to Georgia. Neo-Seljuks is beating Ethiopia. Switzerland's beating Westphalia. And Human Wave Doctrine is stab hit it out, chat. Sad. And Human Wave Doctrine could have delayed that further. He could have went admin focus.
Yeah.
He could have done stab cost advisor level 5. Maybe gotten the stab cost event from advisor if he hasn't procced it already.
Switch to the Gov reforms.
Switch the government reforms, yep. He could have definitely
Well, I
gotten his
don't know.
stab
Bukhara
cost
deserved
to
it.
like 60. He was also
Bukhara
stab hitting
definitely
on like
deserved this
1 plus 1. Yeah, I think Bukhara deserved that one too. A lot of misplays from Human Wave Doctrine.
Do you think we're gonna see a truce break on the East Asia now?
I mean, Bukhara is completely out of manpower, so he might not be feeling it, but he's positioning his troops in northern China, so we might actually. Does he have claims? He does. Claim the state. Persia fighting right now. He was winning this war against Georgia. He does have positive war score. Because, wait, how does he have positive war score? Battles? Plus 29 from battles. Interesting. But he doesn't have enough cannons. I mean, he has the cap combat ability. What is Georgia's build? He's the defender dice roll, I think. Or no, own territory dice roll. And fort defense. And Georgia loses this battle. That's more war score from battles for Iran. But he made the war goal this fort, which is 288 fort defense. We didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
290
That's-
fort defense.
Yeah, it was 100% 100 days siege ticks.
Oh my god, dude. That takes like
Yeah,
3
I
years just to
question
get one
this.
fort. I mean, what is Iran gonna do though? Besides 1v1 Georgia, you got an opportunity to 1v1 a nation that's like equal in size. You gotta take it, even if you know it's gonna be very painful war. But like, what else does he do? Could try to do another war on Neo-Seljuk with Orisa, but it will rely heavily on Orisa helping him and being able to connect with Iran before then. The Ethiopian Neo-Seljuk war is going on right now, and Neo-Seljuks is kind of stomping them here. So many troops ready for reinforcement. He's got 30k here. He's not noticing. A lot of debt though. A lot of debt on Neo-Seljuks. He's like up to 70k almost debt. But Ethiopia is
There's
not
even
doing
a
so
half
good.
his own cap.
True. That's true. Is Orisa gonna war against Neo-Seljuk? He's building more troops. But will he declare? We have no idea. Is this EU5? Yes. Looks very similar to EU4, dude. Who can stop Neo? I mean, he did lose a lot of land last session in the beginning of this session, but now that with his alliance with Svevladia, he's looking very strong. I mean, this guy not only expanded really hard, but his diplomacy seems really good. He had Italy fighting his war for him, and now he has Spain fighting a war for him. Surprised Spain joins this war. Svevladia is basically Spain. Since he doesn't have anything directly to gain. Okay, Ethiopia and Congo win a battle. That means that they can win the other battle if they reinforce. They're going to go in all at once. Panic, reinforce. But it doesn't matter. Just need to get in there. Okay, he stops one stack. Okay, that's good enough. Good enough. They get into this battle. Neo-Seljuks may need to build more troops. And Persia's not even pushing against Georgia. I mean, how do you even push this Georgia? He successfully pushed one fort, but then he took so long to siege this fort because 254 fort defense. If he doesn't have the spy network on Georgia, okay, he does, but it just got caught. I was going to say, if he doesn't have the spy network, you know, bit of a mistake there.
It barely changes anything. Once
I
you have so
mean-
much fort defense, having a bit more siege ability doesn't.
It does something, dude. It's not completely invalid.
Yeah, it's no, it's a no, but like getting 10 days faster siege when you have 30 days siege, not the same thing as 10 days faster when you have 100 days siege, you know?
10 days faster is like 40 days for the whole siege. That's a month.
Yep.
That's something. Westphalia is one war score away from losing against Switzerland. It'll be interesting to see what Switzerland takes here.
Whoa.
Does he really even benefit from conquering Westphalia land? I feel like both sides don't really benefit that much. I mean, I guess No, Westphalia does benefit from taking land from Switzerland because of the Giga VN node. You can conquer into here and push, and he's already pushing some. So he does benefit from going to Switzerland, but Switzerland doesn't really benefit from taking from Westphalia. Bastards now playing Battlefield 6.
So force limit and more manpower is it's always good. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, it's
I can
it's
force.
good.
Yeah,
you
it's gonna
know.
give the land to Baden. Look.
Yeah. We're going to see an enforce here any second now. Any moment now. Not much to see there. That war is over pretty much. I mean, unless he doesn't enforce, but I think he's winning that battle anyways. Maybe he wants more. He's getting greedy. I mean, yeah, look, Westphalia is out of troops and Switzerland has 200k ready to go. The casualties were similar though. Interesting to see. Westphalia, dreams of Germany slipping through his fingers. He looked really strong last session, but the Switzerland, I guess, is just stronger. It's over. Wait, is that a stab hit? No, maybe you got a stab event. I doubt Switzerland will stab hit when he can just enforce. There it is, enforce.
There you go.
Any USA investors? Yeah, Brazilian USA. Don't forget, this is a player. Why does he need investors? He's making 140 ducats a month, but he still wants investors. And he also has all his forts turned off. I mean, I bet he has like a bajillion buildings to build. He does. He has like no manpower buildings, no force limit buildings. Pay off my debt and I'll consider it. So he's saying, I need investors. And this guy is saying, if you pay off my debt, I'll consider investing in you. I'm not really sure that's how investing works, chat. Bukhara is now drilling in North China. He's recovering his manpower. He's building above force limit. You don't really see people doing stuff like this unless they're about to go to war. Staying over force limit and drilling. I think he's preparing for war against East Asia. He doesn't know the exact amount of time that the null treaties last. As observers, we can see. I don't think there's any way as a player that he can see that he can't ally for like another 13 years. About to be 12 years. Another question, is Orisa going to do anything? Orisa is over force limit, but doing nothing. Little low income considering he owns this much of India. I mean, he's missing a big chunk of India. I mean, he's like half of India. For some reason I was thinking he was more, but yeah, it's only half. Meanwhile, the war against Ethiopia and Neo-Seljuks. This battle is not looking as good as the previous battles. They were doing good when there was multiple battles, but when it's just one, it is a desert tile, so there's no defender dice roll bonus here. They're both trying to reinforce.
Trying to push again. Yeah.
Not looking
I
good.
want to look at those siege ticks.
Persia, oh. 104 siege day ticks, dude. That is painful, dude. Ethiopia can go to university, graduate, do a doctorate degree, get a job, get married, have kids, and he still will be on the first fort, dude. Look at this battle, though. Super close again. Ethiopia somehow edging out. Wow. Wow, very unexpected. I think he has positive war score from battles now. Yeah, really good war score from battles. Very, very unexpected. Ethiopia and Congo are able to stop Neo-Seljuk. What does this guy have for ideas? Morale damage, 30 morale damage. I mean, 10 morale damage received. Fire damage received minus 22.5. That's pretty good. Manpower, cost of advisor. Okay. Looking pretty good. Congo is 1.5 goods produced nation. And what does he have for quality? I just realized this. Congo has like no quality. He has movement speed. That's quality, chat. The movement speed is insane in Africa.
It's light tank build.
But it is actually insane.
No, it is actually really good, yeah.
You think Ethiopia has top tier ideas and is underrated? I mean, 10 morale is nice. Morale damage received can kind of be a debuff if you don't retreat battles. I think the fire damage received 22.5 is insane, especially now we're post 1600 where fire damage, I'd say around 1600 is where fire damage starts becoming like higher than shock damage. Depends on the build. Maybe it's earlier for some builds. But the morale damage received minus 30 is like can be a bait if you don't manually retreat. Because what can end up happening is you have these really damaged stacks on the front line. And Neo Seljuk's actually going to stop trying to push into like Sudan and instead focus on like Medina Fort. Okay.
Ethiopia fight and Georgia fighting Iran again. Yeah.
These minus 4 battles. Oh, it's only minus 3. Wait, why is it only a minus 3?
Why is it only -3?
Oh, ramparts don't give +1 in this mod. I was wondering how he had multiple ramparts.
Eh?
Another really close battle. It's a mod thing. Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
Persia comes out on top. Persia's been winning a lot of battles in this war. He has max war score from battles. Wait, does he win? Yeah, he won it. This is a one battle.
Yeah, he wins it.
You had the brave Georgians
So we-
fighting to the last man, but painful. Painful for
Well,
both of them.
He has lost like 250k more men to battles,
Yeah, Iran's losing.
plus
pretty
200k
good.
more from attrition. Actually, I don't know. Is this? Yeah, in total, that also counts. Attrition.
Westphalia only lost 3 provinces from that war, by the way. Did take a bunch of debt, though. Did Switzerland take any debt? Switzerland also took a bunch of debt. No, he took 0 debt. Wow. Okay, this Switzerland is giga strong. Oh, dude! He landed on Ulster somehow and truce broke. No, he didn't truce broke. That's France.
Okay,
How did he land? How did he land on Ulster?
He built a lot of boats.
And he didn't expand into Scotland. He expanded into Ireland. Income
Yeah, I
looking
don't know if
scuffy
France
again.
will let this happen.
I think this is a deal. It has to be. They're still allied to one another. And he didn't go for Scotland, he went for Ireland. So it's like a deal. Like France was like, yeah, sure, take Ireland. They're just gonna be allied forever? Forever Alliance hug box. Oh! Orisa! Orisa is not a paid actor. He attacks Neo Seljuks. Oh man, Neo Seljuks had so long to close out the war against Ethiopia, 7 years. And Orisa is just like, all right, well, now that you're weakened and you've lost battles to Ethiopia, it's my time to shine.
And obviously, he just wants to unify India at this point. Yeah. I think he just gives up. He just gives up. It's a lot of value you're losing from the Gujarat node, but like you can't defend it.
I mean, he's like really suffering anyways. Honestly, he has not that much power in the Gujarat node. I think it's because he's not trade using.
It's occupied.
Yeah, they're occupied, but even before that, it was like what 40%. He doesn't have any trade boats. And no trade boats. You can get honestly, you can get the same trade value out of this with just trade ships on Neo Seljuks, but he doesn't even have like a navy really. Does have a navy. Where is it? All galleys and light ships. Big chunk of it is in the Mediterranean. No Suez Canal. He's not a special nation. I think Venice and Mamluks are the only nations that can build the Suez Canal early. It's still very huge investment. Huge investment. But if you're this Neo Seljuks, getting that could be very valuable. Being able to get that.
Oh, Persia finally got the siege. 500 days. It's not even that bad.
Or defense is like just like a meme. Oh look, and Georgia's going for it right away because he refilled the garrison. What's the Persian fort defense? Also really insane. This is just a painful war. I wouldn't want to be either nation in this war. And he goes in without general. Okay. Emi was about to make a mistake there. He's slacking away his army professionalism, but I think so is Georgia. You have to.
Predicted the stratagem too.
For sure. More
Yeah, he
cap
did, 'cause
combat
he had
ability.
more combat ability before.
Yeah. You can click it again. Persia gonna go in. The Cav combat is not that good though, because he's now using a bunch of mercs. Still a lot of Cav though. But look at these units. They're not shift consolidated. So he's fighting on the front line here. Not so good. Georgia still is only fighting on a -1 here.
Still 9-1 Roar in the shock phase. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, the Cav showing too
Yeah.
strong here. Iran may be the victor of this war. Neo-Seljuks in disarray. They're unable to push Ethiopia. They're failing to push any more tiles. And Orissa is out of India and now into this region. But does Orissa have a navy? East Asia's in this war. East Asia's in this war. And they're sieging Orissa. Okay, East Asia is all the way here. Wait, so the human wave
Human Way is
doctrine's
gonna
here.
join.
And they also join.
The Human Way is gonna join, yeah.
This is such a Marshall Felix thing. I feel like Keglas wouldn't have done this, but Marshall Felix does this, attritioning his entire army in one tile. Dude, what is happening?
Yeah,
And
that's
Persia is
big
saying,
war.
give me max money war reps or I won't leave this war. And Orissa is heading back. He's heading back with all of his troops. But this means that Bukhara can come in. Bukhara can come in and join on the side. Wait, did they declare their own war? They did. Okay, so Bukhara could ally Orissa and join again this war. If he wanted to.
Oh, just deck on East Asia.
Or it just deck
No,
on
so
East
you
Asia.
deck on East Asia, take 100% from them, then you ally Orissa because it's a defensive war, and you join again. That's based.
This is turning into like all of Asia at war.
Yeah.
If Bukhara joins, this is basically all of Asia at war. There's a lot going on here, chat. I feel like I'm playing a different game than most people. You don't say, guy that's on island. The immortal. You have a ruler that's 187 years old.
He's playing a game.
He's playing
I
a
thought he was
game.
just sitting there, just looking, watching a movie.
Watching Netflix. Oh, look, they're landed. They were able to get naval dominance here. This is what I was worried about. So the vassals are sieging here, but Orissa's in a bit of trouble. Getting attacked by both Asians on one front. This is two separate wars, by the way.
90...
East Asia's in a war on the side of Neo-Seljuks, and a Human Wave Doctrine declares his own war. The Hormuz Navy was able to get the vassal of Ethiopia was able to get the naval dominance to allow Orissa to cross the strait. Malaya looking strong AF. He should be theoretically stronger. I'm not hating on the player, but he barely won against East Asia while East Asia was fighting Bukhara. That's not looking good. That's not a good look.
It's a quantity build that has half the manpower of both of the Chinese and their civil owners.
Yeah, it is a quantity build. Like a quantity build with Cav. It's weird build. It's a weird. It's not the ideas that are weird. I like the ideas. It's like Cav plus Navy as a naval nation. Pretty good. I don't think anyone can contest him navally with 20 morale of navies and 20 heavy ship combat ability.
Does he have?
He has Cav to infantry ratios, 20 wing to SARs.
Yeah.
That's pretty Cav.
And 5 discipline.
5 discipline. So I like the
20...
build, but like the ideas I don't think were right.
Okay, actually he has 73k max wing to SARs. How?
Using colonists to death.
Wait, how? Is it Polish? No. How does he have so much force? Special forces force limits.
Because it's a mod thing. Wing to SARs just matter for your primary culture. Not if you're Polish. Okay. It's changing the mod. So it just matters about your primary culture force limit. Which is Aragonese, by the way.
So it's not plus 20, it's 20%. Is that it?
He also has the Egyptian government.
Yeah, something like that.
Why would you ever pick This government, I don't really get it. You lose innovativeness for some small gains.
Good technocracy. It's a 10 tech cost and technocracy builds. It's good.
Yeah, 10 tech cost, 5 idea cost. I guess yeah, it's good. And yearly innovativeness. That's pretty good actually. But he's only
look
at
the bonuses you get when you click the
39.5.
buttons.
Yeah, but you lose 3
20,
innovativeness.
Okay. Just doesn't feel like it changes much. Innovativeness. But how do you lose innovativeness? What?
When you click the government actions?
Yeah. Okay. 3 innovativeness for 20 gov cap or 20% goods producer. I'll take it.
Oh, they're one-time clicks.
Yep.
Oh,
Just
actually,
when you
no,
click it,
this
it
is great.
improves.
Ah, I thought they were temporary. I
pretty
thought
good.
they were like, oh, you get this for 10 years. No, you get that permanently. So he just has goods produced permanently. That's pretty cool.
I didn't know about it before looking at it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
He already has Western units, so he can never click this one. That might have been a misstep.
I mean,
The 1 yearly army tradition is pretty good. Yeah. You lose 9 NO total. No, I take it back. That's great. And meanwhile, Orisa was not as focused on his Chinese front that he stopped his push, and he actually pieces out. He pieces out for some land to Orisa. So Neo-Seljuks is no longer here, and this is back to just Ethiopia. They do lose this battle. Ethiopia loses this battle. Oh, okay. So every time he clicks it, he gets something. Ah, so he did lose a lot of inno. Yeah. So he's done 4 of the clicks already. Okay. And he just hasn't done the last military click because there's no point in doing it.
Yep.
You click each button 4 times. Okay, so it is like 40 innovatness or something like that. What the hell is Bender? Benderian ideas.
That's not something in the Indonesia.
No, look.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What is this?
Oh,
Bender.
What? Is that like
I don't know what that is.
I think client states?
It's a client state, I think.
No,
but it was released.
No, I think it was a custom nation that was released.
Custom nation that was released. Okay. Was there a Bender nation here? We never noticed. Right.
If it was the first nation and then died, we probably didn't notice. No.
Persia on the offensive once again. In the Georgia War.
Yeah, they're playing ping pong over there.
This is going to be the most
Push.
painful war of all time. It already is. It's only been 11 years, but it feels like this war has been 100 years with how long these siege ticks go. Bender's a Kozak rebellion nation. Oh, okay. So Ruthenia got like a Kozak rebellion.
Okay.
Neo-Seljuks pushing against Ethiopia. Ethiopia, without the help of Orisa, it's looking pretty doomed. Orisa's focusing on this 1v1. It turned into a 1v1 because he pieced out Persia. So East Asia's out of this war. So no Bukhara getting involved. This didn't turn into World War Asia.
Ethiopia is 3 times over his force limits.
How's his income?
Losing 3k a month. What?
I think this is the definition of death warring here.
1.3k from over force limits.
He's taking all of his
And
loans.
then he's taking max loans. Okay, I want a screenshot.
Even with max loans, he is quick maths 8 years away. 8 years away from 8 months away from bankruptcy. 8 months. That's pretty cooked because when he bankrupts, that's just going to be a truce break. I mean, if you're Neo-Seljuk here, your move is alliance with Congo. Because Neo Seldrix, yeah, he took a lot of debt, but oh, Neo Seldrix is also suffering. He's 9 loans away. He's also max loaning. What are we watching? Neo Seldrix at max loans. Ethiopia at max loans. Chat. What are we watching before our eyes right now? Meanwhile, in Georgia, 100-day siege tick still. 93. Okay, okay. It's gotten a little better. What do you even do here? Svevladia is going for the stack wipe. And at this point, it just benefits Ethiopia. Each stack wipe will help him a lot with his income loss. But he's going to stop it. Yeah, chat. You just take max loans and then you right-click this button, you right-click this button, and you right-click this button. Now, it doesn't even look like you have any debt. Out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. And Neo Seldric does the same thing. He turns off, he right-clicks this. Where's the buttons? Bit of delay there. Ethiopia is going all in here. Someone call the police. The police needs action. France wants to use his ignore zone of control. He's allied to Westphalia, his old enemy. Oh no, it's just condottieri. That's why you can see. Ethiopia is on the verge, months away from bankrupting. 4 months away from bankrupting. More like 5 months. They're going in. But then Svevladia going for the cut. There's no cannons there. There is. Trying so hard to hold this Ethiopia. Cat calling France a coward for hug boxing. Do they know the economic situation of Ethiopia? Unless they're stream sniping, no, because Ledger is turned off. They don't know that he's losing 2k a month. And they're actually going to cut. Alright, if you're Ethiopia, you win this battle and you concede a little bit of land. And you go, alright, dude, you know what? I don't want to fight this war anymore, you know. But then you bankrupt and then he knows you're bankrupt. Unless he has the message turned off. Possibility, chat. It's a possibility. I mean, it's not turned on by default. Merchant Son for more money, but I don't think that does anything. Yep, he chose Merchant Son. Okay, but that gives them maybe 1 more month tick, maybe. They win the battle. Okay, now if you're Ethiopia, you go into the VC of Neo Seldric and you say, alright, dude. You can have back your Egyptian lands. Let's do some peace deals here. We can both bankrupt. We won't fight each other. You can go focus on other fronts. But what does Ethiopia even do after this? I mean, this is his only enemy. He can focus on internal buildup because he definitely does need it. He's only at 200 force limit in 1614. But he's not doing the. Oh, he's got more loan cap. He's got 6 more loans.
Right.
He unsieges more, maybe. How high are these dev here? Not that high, and he doesn't have reinforcements ready here. So Vladia is going to take advantage of that. He takes the loans. He's focused on the loans. He's not focusing on his stack. That's a loan. Oh, I didn't even mean to say it like that. A loan. I mean, just lose this army at this point. But, no, he keeps him. Seljuks bankrupts first. I don't think that's possible. We see, oh, Ethiopia can take another loan. He can take another loan, chat. He's exploiting tax. He's exploiting tax. Is it similar time frame? This guy's 7 months. This guy is 16. I don't think that's similar months. I mean, at least Ethiopia loses a little bit less.
People are asking me stuff.
And back in the Persia war, Persia's gotten pushed back, and Georgia's actually pushing forward. He's at 82 war score. Do you stab it at this point? I don't even know what you do. Oh, he was stab hitting. He was stab hitting. But you can't stab it anymore. He's still asking for max money. Oh, wait. A USA? USA is fighting in India? Corruption? I mean, Neo Seljuks can take corruption too. He must be giving like money or something. The USA. USA found his investors. I mean, this is the problem with New World nations. I mean, it's funny watching as a spectator, but this is the problem with New World nations. Okay? This is the problem epitomized, chat. Basically, this is what happens if you play in the New World. Either you spend the entire game fighting against colonizers, or you ally the nearest colonizer to you, which in this case would be Portugal, which he seems to have some kind of agreement with Portugal. And then you just join random wars in the old world. And option 2 is what's happening here. USA, and that's playing New World nations in a nutshell.
Wait, he's committing to this war? Oh, yeah, he is. Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
you either
that's why
fight
I
the
like
same.
nations.
Yeah, that's why no one likes New World Exodus nations. That's why it's usually banned, because that's what happens. Either they fight colonizers all game long, which is from a player's perspective is boring. You're just constantly fighting the same guy over and over and over and over again, or you just join random wars, which on their side might sound fun, but playing against, like, let's say you're China and you're fighting a war against India, and suddenly USA is here
Yeah,
sieging your
it's bad,
forts.
bloody hell.
It's just not fun for the China player. Persia's looking a bit desperate here. He's starting to lose his war score from battles.
Georgia retook his fort.
And Georgia too retook his. I mean, you're so close to taking the Miltech. Why did he take that battle even? Georgia took Miltech 18. This is new artillery, new horses. Bit of another misplay from Persia here. Let's see at the debt situation of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is 2 months away from bankruptcy. He can take another corruption. And Seljuk is sending a peace deal. Oh my god, it's full peace deal. Neo Seljuks. Okay, so Vladi almost got stack wiped there, but he scorches earth in the nick of time. Congo is doing that war. He could have maybe caught with forced march. 30% movement speed would have came in clutch there. He just took in max corruption. So now Seljuks knows, okay, I don't need to peace out, because this guy took. You just right click, you see 10 corruption. When you're playing a war like this, and you right click your enemy and see 10 corruption, and you have 0 corruption, you know that they're almost out of juice, and you can look at your juice.
I mean,
Ethiopia is offering 4 provinces. I don't think you asked, so that they're sending peace deals to each other. Neo Seljuks is declining, asking for full 95% war score.
Yeah, probably wants all the like Hejaz thing.
Yeah,
Self-funding,
and
but
Egypt and
it's
Hejaz, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethiopia is really struggling due to the force limit here. No force limit from ideas. No force limit building, so you got like 8. And he's exploiting more tax. Full death war. Neo Seljuks took his first corruption.
Is he paying it off? He's not.
Okay, if Ethiopia really wants to like keep fighting here, he needs to start begging people for money. Because he's out of things that can give him money. Maybe he has a sale of title soon? Nope. He already did it. You can see a little bit of panic too in the way that they're taking these battles. Bit of an overstack on both sides, and then now it's just an overstack on Seljuks.
I can take more corruption now. Oh, because it ticked down a bit. Okay.
Yeah. Ethiopia now just trying to outlast Seljuks. Seljuk still can take 8 more corruption. And they're trying to take multiple battles here. They've won with doing that strategy before, but the main battles, cannons are on the front line. I mean, Congo's coming, not force marching though. Wait, force march is unlocked, right? Yeah.
Tech 15, so yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And they're trying so hard to hold the line here. Not a good look here. If you're trying to negotiate a peace deal, you're losing the battles and you're taking corruption. If you're Neo Seljuks, you just keep pushing. Japan leaves. Okay, I'll just AI.
AI? No.
I mean, what if he doesn't come back? He's capping admin. Let it be AI.
That's
They've
right.
added after.
Yep.
And Ethiopia loses another battle. He's got a little bit more juice.
At least Seljuk can probably bankrupt after this. Safely.
Seljuk took another corruption. He has really fast Janissary celibacy. Oh, okay, so there's a state privilege that's making him lose corruption. His corruption's not as bad. His corruption's not as bad as the other guy because he also got meritocratic recruitment and he's also got Janissary celibacy, a state privilege. So corruption's not as harmful for him. It still sucks. But you also have to keep in mind he's got minus 10 all power costs. So even if he's at 10 corruption, he's just a normal nation. Oh, Ethiopia bankrupt. Ethiopia bankruptcy, and Seljuk knows. Seljuk knows, and Seljuk just got one more loan. Prison 1, I'll just say I. Meanwhile, USA and Orissa pushing against human wave doctrine. No way it's worth taking the corruption here. Maybe a bit of a panic move there. He takes a bit more loans. He took 2 more loans, which is actually like 2,800 ducats. So I don't think he bankrupts until this war is over. But with Ethiopia bankrupted, that gives him quite a bit of time to bankrupt himself. What's going on in the Iran-Georgia war? Iran just won a battle against Georgia. Georgia just got pushed back. Iran has the tech now. Iran's losing a lot of money because he's way over force limit, double his force limit. So is Georgia. So there's another death war going on here.
$122 loans on Georgia. Oh my.
Georgia. Yeah, I was thinking it was tough on Persia, but Persia's only 38 out of 100. Georgia's 122 out of 160. He's losing more money. I haven't played Georgia in EU5. That's a nation I haven't played yet. No idea, so can't really give you my thoughts on Georgia. What are the list of nations I've played in EU5? I've played Vijayanagar. I've played Ming. I've played Yuan, where I tried to just stay as Yuan. I've played as the Ashikaga Shogunate. I've played as Shimazu. I have an ongoing campaign as Shimazu. I played Austria. I played Castile. I played Ottomans, bunch of Ottomans runs. I played Muscovy, bunch of Muscovy runs. I've played Portugal. I've played Ayyubids. I've played Granada. I've played Hungary. I've played Naples. I'm playing Venice right now for the first time. I've played a little bit of Mamluks. I've played Poland. I played a little bit of Poland. I've only played like first 50 years as Poland, just testing one thing with them. Not going to go into details on what exactly I was testing, but just was testing Poland. Did I reach 1K hours yet? So if I add 200 from that one, 600, I'm about almost 900 hours. 5. Is EU5 slower paced than EU4? Some ways yes, some ways no. I feel like there's more things to do in EU5, but the game is like slower paced, I guess, in general. Maybe so, yeah. When is EU5's end date? 1837. 900 hours is insane. You got to keep in mind I've had access since the end of April, and I do work as a contract worker for Paradox until January. So I've been from April to January. I've been working contract work for Paradox. Play Georgia. I don't really get a choice on what I play. If that makes any sense. If you know, you know.
Looking back at this game, Ethiopia is bankrupt, and he's not pissing out. He's still fighting. So you know what that means, right? He's just gonna force Seljuk to keep committing, and when the bankruptcy ends, he's just gonna truce break.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because he would have truce broken. He would have bankrupted before Seljuk, so his will be over before Seljuk's.
Habibi, I'm the guy at the forum who asked you to forward some information about Georgia roads to devs. Yeah, oh, you're that guy. Yeah, that's me. PDX Habi is me on the forums. You guys were wondering. We do collaborative efforts with the devs on the dev diaries as a community team because I'm on the community team. And we work together with the devs, so devs have more times on more pressing matters. And then anything important, we just forward to the devs. Because it's been getting really stressful, dude. The game release is November 4th. There's so much that we're working on, you know, and yeah. They don't let you do actual dev work. I'm not technically, I'm not a developer. Not a developer. I have 2 separate roles on Paradox. And when there's certain like gameplay discussions and content discussions, I get involved if I get asked to get involved. Orisa won. Orisa's winning. Yeah, he won against Human Wave Doctrine. Yeah, he won against Human Wave Doctrine. Urad
He got some land,
DPK.
yeah, he got a bunch of land.
Oh, and it's a 2v1. Miskuzi is AFK in a player war. I'm gonna unpause and say skill issue.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, like I said, I have 2 roles on Paradox. One of them is specifically on community side things, where I work on specifically the YouTube channel. You guys seen the videos I've released on there. We worked even videos that I'm not actually the one voicing them. I've worked on them. Social media strategy. And also the short series that I have on there. I have 2 short series that it's on the YouTube channel. We have the Formable Nation series that just started, and then also the map mode showcase. Both of those you can see in on the official Europa Universalis channel. And the second role I have is related to the game itself. I do exploratory testing. So basically, when there's recent changes, I like limit test the game, give content suggestions, and then if there are certain bugs that I can like on the face level, I find like a bug I can help on like that. But I'm not a content designer. Like I don't make new content. I don't work, like I don't have any access to like pushing versions and stuff like that.
Like you studied computers things, right?
Yes.
Like you're
Yeah. But like basically anything that would be related to actual dev work would be all on the scripting side. That is all just like through Paradox Engine. Like I'm not a core designer or engine designer or anything like that.
What did you study in computers? Was it development or?
I actually didn't study development. No, I studied computational mathematics.
Oh, okay.
And like, but
Well,
there was a lot of development classes that I took to complete to do as part of my degree. But I didn't study like to be a software engineer, but you could be a software engineer with what I learned. And I took algorithms, databases, data structures. But my focus was like on formal language theory and proofs because that's what I was into at the time, which not many people are when they're in computer science, like the theoretical part, but I was really into that. Does the flavor of EU5 drop as time goes on? There's a lot of nations that have flavor that go deep into the game. But you could definitely feel in some nations that their flavor is top-ended. But there's nations that have flavor throughout the entire campaign. Example I can think on top of my head, Muscovy. Muscovy has unique flavor that goes all the way to the end of the game. Austria has flavor that goes all the way to the end of the game. Spain has flavor that goes all the way to the end of the game. Ottomans has flavors that go all the way to the end of the game. France has flavor that goes all the way to the end of the game. England has flavor that goes all the way to the end of the game. But, you know, the non-main characters, their flavor is more top-heavy, I'll say for sure. When does game end? 1837. Or are you talking about this session? We end in about a little bit less than an hour. I have to end on the clock again. Not extend. You didn't have to repeat the entire sentence five times. Doesn't get until the end of the game. 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 Got flavor until the end of the game. He's got flavor until the end of the game. I'm just doing it now to annoy you. Sorry.
What was the video you did last time?
The satisfaction.
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 So many
Satisfaction.
times, it's just so
Satisfaction.
funny.
Satisfaction. Satisfaction.
Like I was watching at some point. It was like, wait, you said satisfaction 5 times in one sentence.
Yeah. North of Orissa, it's Bukhara, the nation that's also north of China. Bukhara's losing here. Okay, so Bukhara's now losing in this 1v2. Artillery is here again, so it is a 2v2. He's the cannons. They're literally playing arena, dude.
Breaks Seljuks again.
Seljuks. Orissa truce broke Seljuks.
Yeah.
Okay, Ethiopia trying to hold the line, but you know he's minus 45 war score. They won so many battles, so they're fine. Is Bukhara a new color or am I blind? No, they're the same color.
Oh, the game invaded by the Chinese.
Okay, guys, news, very important. Wait, David, Unconto Orissa. He's just giving up India. But yeah, Iran's back on this fort, chat. Where have I seen this before?
I mean, it won't
Georgia's
last
really
much
suffering
before
though.
Georgia is going bankrupt. Yeah, he's going bankrupt.
He's on the verge of bankruptcy. So Persia might actually win this. Neo-Seljuk Georgia box broken. And Neo-Seljuk is gonna bankrupt here, but unconning to Orissa is fine because that means when he bankrupts, Orissa can't truce break. But guess who can? Ethiopia, who's 2 years away from 2 years away from removing his bankruptcy. That's insane. That's insane. What do you think of the depiction of Lebanon in EU5? What do I think about the depiction of Lebanon in EU5? It's a releasable nation. What else do you want them to do, man? It has like no historical relevance in that timeline. Odds of Svevlad truce breaking Seljuks if they bankrupt. I'd say it's not 0%. It is a very Svevlad move to do that. Okay, I helped you with your war. You're bankrupt now. I'm sorry, you're too weak of an ally. I need to attack you now. Neo-Seljuks have fallen, and dude, it's like I said. Russia this session is going to become #1 GP. I called it. Russia is not only just #1 GP, he's got 867k max manpower, 420 force limit, nice. Also has insane unit quality. This Russia is scary, chat. This Russia is scary. If I'm Artilleria, I'm getting scared. Meant the cultural and religious makeup, not the state itself. So let me think. In EU5, the locations, I think Lebanon is 5 locations total. Because you have Baalbek or the Ba'a, you have Trablus, you have Beirut, and then you have 2 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5 provinces. The province of Lebanon is 5 locations. The north has and it's a mix of 2 cultures, Levantine and Syriac. I don't think there was such thing as like a Lebanese culture in this time period. I don't think anyone on Russia's border can take on Russia. Maybe Kalshia? It's an Uncon. Bukhara Uncons.
Karan Ancon.
I mean, dude, Stormark was AFK, but like, what do you want me to do? We pause? He's still AFK 10 minutes later. We would have been paused for 10 years. Yeah. There's also Maronite. There is, I don't think Maronite are just considered Catholic because Maronite is a type of Catholic Christian. I don't think Maronite has its own representation in EU5. And then they also have other types of Christians here. I think the representation is accurate, but there's not a lot of historical data of 1337 Lebanese cultural and religious makeup that I can think of. You would have to go to, okay, so there's a bookstore. There's a bookstore in Tripoli that sells books that are like 700 years old. There's a guy that scribes old books. Like instead of using and printing and uses an old printing press to make books that are like 700 years old. They're like in Arabic though. What is that? Peace deal. But I haven't been to this bookstore, but I've heard about it.
And defend him.
What is that? That is the ugliest peace deal I've ever seen. Why? I mean, you can take it because they're territorial cores. Okay, chat, what am I looking at? I think we all feel the same. He truce breaks. Wait, no, he's still fighting East Asia. Okay. Maybe he took forts? It's a truce break. What is going on? And he didn't even annul treaties. The Bukhara is still allied to Artilleria in Stormark. So he did this to truce break and he didn't even remove alliances. What is Marshal Felix doing, dude? Honestly, what is he doing?
Oh my.
It's my cores, bro. What is going on here, chat? I don't even want to look. Let's look at the Iran war. This war is cute. Okay, so he decided to, instead of going for this highland, he's going for this fort here. Georgia still
Can take more loans now.
Yeah, he can take more loans. I feel like this war is not going to even end. Ethiopia is still getting sieged down. Only a 47 war score, chat. Minus 14 from battles.
Seljuk was able to take way more loans now.
Yeah. Revanchism maybe? No, revanchism doesn't give. It gives 25 tax. That's pretty significant. He probably gave him about like 20 ducating more. Will Ethiopia survive till bankruptcy end? Well, he has another problem here. If he survives to bankruptcy end, he can take mercs again. But his mercs are on cooldown for 4 years. 5 years on some. This one's 2 years. So, and he has no manpower. So he can survive for sure if he doesn't lose battles. But as I say that, they're taking a pretty big battle here. And Neil Seldricks and Svevladia can definitely reinforce that. He's got 1.5 years until bankruptcy ends. Is this location scorched? I mean, province scorched? No. So they're going to lose another battle. And the war score from battles was what's letting him stay in here. And then LeBron, that I think is a keep the game paused. He's in player wars. But since it's LeBron, it's going to take 10 years IRL for him to come back. Wait, keep it paused. Keep it paused. Yeah. So even if he gets his out of his bankrupt in a 1.5 years, it won't be it'll be years until he can take mercs. On the plus side, he's still making positive income somehow. I think he's getting subsidized. No, I don't know how he's making positive
He
income.
doesn't have any troops, does he? Yeah, he has no troops.
82,000.
So no troops, because there's 15k cannons. You have 200 income. He's not paying for his army. He's not paying for his corruption. Yeah, he sold title recently. This was 1k to cut. And this 136,000 ducats of debt on the
Another
Seljuk is pretty
DC.
funny.
We have to rehost.
It's 45 minutes left, you can.
I'm just gonna save and rehost. What's the story about the guy that sells 700-year-old books? He has books that are not even in like libraries and not known in like Western media because they're all in Arabic. But definitely someone who's like a Middle East studies guy needs to go to this guy's bookshop and see these historical books for sure, dude. I want to buy some of them and read them because there's some interesting history there. But there's not a lot of like data and stuff, like I said, about like Levant history during this time period, post Crusades, before Ottoman time. There's like a blank area. Yeah, it's super cool. It's like this really old bookshop in the old part of the city. It's like these scribes like books and keeps them in circulation, even though like no one buys these books. And then he like prints them. I love some maps. I don't care about language. I'm gonna have to take a visit to the bookstore. I got told about this from a friend, so I've never been there in person. I just know it exists. Eraser XD, thank you for the sub, dude. You're one. Go. I think now is some time to look at some AI slop of me. I can't show on Sora directly because it's not available in my country. It's weird. It works on my mobile, but it doesn't work here. That doesn't happen.
Incoming! Got him! Firebug! Down you go!
Wait, I'm bald there.
Now! That's the last of them! Good riddance. Smells like burnt.
Okay.
Watch this. I'm sending this all the way to Mars. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ha! Go! Look at it climb. It's gone. Past the clouds. Straight out of the atmosphere. Next stop, Mars. Touchdown.
This one's real,
Who's
chat.
big
It's not
guy?
AI.
Not a chance.
On 3, 1, 2.
Okay, it's not real, chat.
Feel this. That's power.
Talk too much.
We'll see about that.
What is going on here?
Looks like a NAS for some
Still
perfume or stuff.
That all you got?
There's more.
I
There's
think
more,
this one's
right?
real.
That's real. That's real. That's real. There's more, chat.
Got my hands on a proper Chicago dog. Poppy seed bun, neon. Got my hands on a proper Chicago dog. Poppy seed bun, neon relish, the whole thing. Crunchy, sour, a little heat, pretty much
What
perfect.
is
Gonna
going-
walk it off before I grab a deep dish slice. Okay, pretty sure somebody's on
What is this? The guy just
got my
following
hands
me.
on a proper Chicago dog. Poppy seed bun, neon relish, the whole thing. Crunchy, sour, a little heat, pretty much perfect. Gonna walk it off before I grab a deep dish slice. Okay, pretty sure somebody's on
What is going on there?
Out here in the middle of the
Why are
Sahara,
you s-
everything
eat-
feels
eating a
endless.
sandwich
The
that
sun's
looks like a
high, the
candy?
wind is cool, and each step sinks just enough to remind you how soft the world can be. The sand is like powder. It's
In a city where loyalty
Wait,
costs,
this one's good.
in a city where loyalty costs everything, one man has nothing left to lose.
They took my brother.
But when the past comes hunting,
I'm done running. You should have stayed gone. Try me.
What is this
That's
one?
good.
what's good about it?
That's good.
What's good about it?
I didn't know you were shooting a movie.
Is there more, chat? I think there's a couple more. Oh, we can start. Do we have everyone? Okay, everyone's in. Starting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait. Where's staff? Wait. There's more, chat. Let me see.
Alright, last 4. Let's finish this. Alright, last 4. Let's finish this. Move the armies in. Siege is almost done. And that's the final
can
province. Wait
start
for
some
it.
stuff here.
Yes! World Conqueror unlocked. Let's go. Just conquered the entire planet.
That does not look like me, dude. Georgia's not in.
Oh yeah, George also. Looks like your younger brother or something.
There's more. There's more I could show, but they're on Sora. There's 3 guys specifically that just keep using me.
Big Falls, and that's the last province!
You can, if you have Sora, guys, at AbsoluteHabibi, you can make videos using me.
Big Falls, and that's the last province! AbsoluteHabibi closes the series 4-2.
What a run. He took out Erling in quarters, edged past Svevlad in the semis, and now dismantles Kruderbad.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. You want to play EU4 Arena? I know it's 4 a.m. in the morning, but I'm feeling some Nada Shah invasion.
Time for EU4.
Arena.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, can we go? Alright, we can go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What are my final thoughts on EU5? Why do they have to be final?
Final the month until.
My final. This is my final thoughts.
Yeah, you have to lock it in right now.
Lock
Not
it
allowed
in.
to change your mind
not allowed
anymore.
to change my mind, or I'm a liar.
Will you
Do I
be
have a
allowed to
critical?
post
No.
contents before the release or no?
Only if it's content before release, it's on Europa Universalis channel. But then I'll also I'll be able to post content on the same time as all the other content creators on my normal channel and stream it.
Yeah, and so is that before the release or no?
Yeah. How hard is the learning curve on EU5 considering our knowledge of EU4? There's a lot of like overlap. There's also not a lot of overlap. I think that if you play a lot of other Paradox games, there's more overlap. Like there's a lot of concepts that come in from other games like Victoria 2, Imperator, Crusader Kings. But I wouldn't say that it's like, even with all the mechanics, I wouldn't say that it's like, oh man, I just can't play the game because I need to learn all this stuff. There's a lot of automation that you can do in the game. Let's say you just don't want to, while you're learning the game in the beginning, you don't want to do anything with trade. You can just fully automate your trade, and then it will just do trades for you when things are not profitable or not running anymore. It will delete them, run new trades. Even now, with all my hours, I still automate most of my trade. I call it hand trading when you manually do trade. But you know, for most of my trade, like I would say 70 to 60% of my trade, even now, I still have it on automated, and I only do like hand trade for specific goods. Oh look, he got 10 siege ability. Wait, does he choose the siege ability or the fort defense? Let's see. Oh, he does choose the siege ability. All right, that's something.
Yes, it's only 90 to go.
That's
Only
something.
92 days.
Perja got some siege ability from event, you know, that's something, dude. That's something.
Yeah.
It's instead of a 200 820 fort defense, 208. Does that one dude who does the super tall run like Horia run, does he automate trade? You mean generalist? I think most people automate trade. I don't think once you get to a certain point, like not all of it is automated, right? Like you can choose the level of automation. Let's say you want 70% of your trades to be automated, or you want some markets to be automated, but like let's say your home market you don't want to be automated, so you can deal with goods needs. But I think though when you're a small nation, you shouldn't automate your trade. But does generalist automate his trade? I don't know. I don't think he does. But you know, you're gonna be spending, if you don't automate your trade, you're gonna be spending a lot of time just focusing on the trade screen. There's a really useful window though that lets you do all of your trades at all of your markets on one screen and see all of your trades on one screen. If you hit trading, like you hit the trading tab, it shows all of your active trades and all of your possible or all of the recommended trades in one page. So you can use that screen to do manual trading. I say that 60-70%, but on my Venice run, I find myself manually doing all of the trade. But I would say about like 40% of my gameplay is doing trade. But that makes sense on a nation as Venice, right? Can you inbred looking monstrosities with the genetic system? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you can automate a lot of things. You can like even automate your diplomats if you don't know what to do. I wouldn't recommend that. Why don't you stream on YouTube? I was having issues with multi-stream. I might try it again soon. I might try again streaming on YouTube again. I think with the EU5 era, I'm gonna dual stream. Because I had like a way to stream on both with one software, and then it was bugging out, so I stopped doing it. But I might do that again very soon. I think with EU5, I think I definitely will. Neo Seljuk is getting attacked by Orisa again. Wait, can he?
Yeah.
Because that last war wasn't a truce break.
No, it wasn't truce break because the first war was they were pissed, I think.
Yeah, it
It was
wasn't.
on EF.
So
Oh my god,
Seljuk
look at
then
the
has more
the
land.
coastal force on Orisa.
Yeah.
That's so cursed.
He's got every coastal tile, a coastal fort.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. And Ethiopia is now getting run down. He's out of his bankruptcy, finally, but it's a little bit too late. And like I said, even though he's out of his bankruptcy, he has one merc stack he can call. One. And Congo's not even helping anymore. He's just drilling. And Svevladia is actually pushing Congo. Oh, turn of events here, chat. Ethiopia is out of his bankruptcy, but he can't make any new troops because he has no mercs left. He can make one merc stack. And they're getting ran down here. A white peace being called in. Svevladia sieging Congo. Congo's going there. He stops his drilling because he was drilling some troops. At least he gets some drill. He did. Congo's now in the hot seat. He's getting sieged. Meanwhile, Orisa did a truce break. And while the Human Wave Doctrine in East Asia are fighting up in the north, Stormark, who's allied, big mistake by Human Wave Doctrine. He could have removed Bukhara's alliance to Stormark, but he couldn't. But it doesn't matter anyways, because Stormark did his own war.
It doesn't matter.
But he's
No,
still allied.
Stormark decked with Bukhara. Like it was one war, and Bukhara got separate pieced out. And now he got truce break.
Ah.
Yeah. Human Wave decked on Stormark and it called Bukhara, and he.
Weird. Well, East Asia can ally in a couple months. My co-host has an echo. Oh, I can fix that. My bad.
Can he? No, he won't be able to because it's been 5 years.
Oh no! Neo Seljuk's getting ganked further! Dude, Ethiopia was his downfall.
Oh, that's true. That's too much. That's.
Switzerland took 3 provinces.
Okay, he took the province, it's fine.
I mean, what does he even get from that?
It's 60 dev.
Yeah, that's actually some pretty good. And he revives the Eastern Roman Empire. It's back!
Yeah.
Back, chat. Meanwhile, Iran war, he got off the siege. Oh no, he probably lost the battle. How close is Georgia to bankruptcy? He's fine. He deleted units. Oh, he bankrupted.
France attacking Westphalia.
4 years.
Westphalia, who formed the Hanseatic League.
Hanseatic League is a good formable in the custom nations because you can get the permanent mill modifiers right here. Appoint war minister. But yeah, like Ethiopia, he's losing here. He can't really turn the tide of this war. He just took max loans again. Time for double bankruptcy, chat. Orisa sieging Neo Seljuk Empire. Persia is now pushing. Wait, does bankruptcy impact siege? No, it does not.
What? 8 morale on Hansa.
Ooh.
It has army reform.
8 morale. Look at all those morale modifiers. Yeah, he stacked 3 mission trees. You expect that to happen. Hanseatic League missions are really good. They're really good missions. For multiplayer and single player. You can make a gold mine here.
Why would Hansa attack now? Like, I really highly question this. Not even because of the thing, like, he has all of England to eat up. Why would you fight Hansa?
Who, France? Did France declare? He's bored.
Yeah.
He's bored.
If you're bored, just chain truce break England.
Oh, David is on. He uncons Orisa again! The triple uncon. Yeah, Iran has 4 years before Georgia gets no longer in bankruptcy, by the way. It's August 26th, so a little over 4 years. But even with the bankruptcy, the sieges are taking so long. And he can't rush these forts because there's still a big garrison. And the fort defense impacts garrison damage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Seljuks aren't even on the leaderboard anymore. They've dropped from number 1 GP to... I mean, if he took institution, he'll be number 5th GP. So it's not like he's weak. He just hasn't taken institution. This is so painful though, it's purge. It's like you finally broke Georgia. He bankrupted. But now it takes a year for each fort minimum. Minimum. Minimum, chat. -83 -83 here. Okay, so Georgia is running out of time. He sieges the fort, he'll have 95. But was the war worth it, chat?
I mean, he has to do something.
Yeah, but like he can't even siege the proper provinces he needs. Is he Eurasian? I don't think so. No, he's Iran, so he's not. So there's no well actually this is not limited to Eurasian and it's giga nerfed. The Shirvan monument. Baku Ashtag. Ashtahag. East Asia must white peace. You can see in the peace deal when the war started. I'm pretty sure somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep, he has to white peace.
You hover over the name.
He does, yep. Yeah, it is. I have to get intervened now. Hey guys, yeah, it's 5 years white peace. Yeah, already. But yeah, you can hover over it. 5 years joining in a war, he has to white peace. And the war started in January 1617, and he joined in August 1622.
What kind of rule is that?
Whatever.
Okay, so France and Hansa peaced out, and France lost Denmark. Just
So
sad
let me
because
get
it
this
was a
right.
lot of money.
France declared war on Hansa and peaced out because he was bored and lost Denmark because of it.
Something like that.
Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. He still fully controls Holland node, which is the end node. He still has all of England to go into.
Yep.
This is the problem. Boredom, chat, leads to bad decisions.
Like if I was him, I would like just chain Truthbreaker England.
Yeah, admin
To make it
focus.
as fast as possible. Admin focus and just and I would not go on admin IDs, for example.
Oh, he's got a Quebec colony now.
Yeah. Quebec is really good, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's OP because the mod maker is Quebec. You can make dominions. You can turn colonies into dominions, which upgrades their ideas in their government. But yeah, these are really good ideas. Yeah, what? Why are they so good?
I mean, you said it, so he's from Quebec.
Yeah, the mod maker is from Quebec. Meanwhile, the last stand of Ethiopia is happening all the way in, like, I don't even know where this is. Palanga, in the state of Shire. Now you learned it, guys.
It's in the Shire?
Middle Earth is in Africa, in southern Africa, right here. They're not doing so hot there. Human wave doctrine. Losing in the north, losing in the south, alone in the south. In the north, this is a separate war. Keep in mind, Bukhara is fighting 2 separate wars, so there's big potential for Bukhara to gain a lot from these wars. I mean, what can this guy even take from this guy? Here, let's see. I mean, don't you just uncon to Stormark and just focus on the north?
No, I think you win the north and then you go back and you win the south.
Okay, dude. He's out of manpower, by the way.
How?
And he did this to himself. Just so you guys
Wait,
know.
how are you out of manpower? How is he out
He's
of
still
manpower?
he's still on the same manpower buildings. He could get like another
And he has
40k.
50 loans. Meanwhile, he's still subsidizing 300 ducats.
Yeah. I mean, he's subsidizing 300 ducats with his income at 300. I don't know. This is nation ruining 101. I don't think Keglis is coming back on this nation chat.
Yeah.
Poor Keglis wasn't feeling good. Let's Marshall Felix play his nation. Or maybe that was his plan all along. He's tired of EU4. Just give the nation to Marshall Felix. It's going to be dead anyways. Oh, wait, this is crazy. Ethiopia is almost full occupied. He's not even at enforced level.
Yeah.
How many battles did he
doesn't come back
lose?
next week, I'll give him. If he doesn't come back next week, I'll give him low prior.
Who?
No kidding. Diamonds on Ethiopia. He's just grudging this. I mean, when like the nation would not have been dead, like he won't lose much. That's just nation ruining, in my opinion.
To like take down Neo Seljuks.
Like to keep fighting, even though like he can't do anything. So if he comes back next week, it's fine. But if he doesn't, yeah. Okay.
Dude, our top 3 GPs in Starve Session are all not even in the top 5. Crazy. Human Wave Doctrine, 6. Neo Seljuk, I think he would be in the top 5 if he took Institution. Yeah, he would be literally 5.
There's something wrong with Neo Seljuk's income, I think. It was
Something
that
wrong.
higher than that before, wasn't it?
What do you mean it wasn't that high?
It was higher than that.
Yeah,
way
something's
higher
wrong.
than that.
I think he still has a little bit of autonomy issues.
Does it really?
Yeah, he lost also Gujarat trade,
yeah.
a big chunk of Gujarat trade. Stormark, no longer in the top 3 GPs. I mean, he also didn't accept Institution. He would be top 5 if he was, but no longer in the top 3. Neo Seljuks, Human Wave Doctrine, and Stormark all fallen from grace. Now the new GPs are Russia, who I called would be the number 1. All he had to do this session was just build up, because, you know, he's Russia, and he's going to end up being the strongest. Just hope that your potential enemies end up fighting. But Kalisha, on the other hand...
Hansa. Fighting the Hansa.
Oh, there's a player war.
And there's several, but yeah.
Russian
one
Crusade
there,
against Great Britain. And wait, what? Why is Hansa in this war? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong
it's
war.
different wars.
Yeah, Russia versus the Hanseatic League. They're fighting for Sweden. Who's the defender here? Hanseatic League. No, Hanseatic is the attacker. Russia is kind of getting defeated here. Oh, misstep there. He did not. He tried to get a cute -2 on his benefit, but he did not get there in time. Well played there. He's trying to go in now with 40k, getting stack wiped. Rip. Hanseatic League morale is insane. I mean, he popped army reforms. He popped army reforms. What are you gonna do? Go fight. The morale difference is huge. I was just talking about how Russia, all he had to do this session was build up. But now he's in a war that doesn't look like he can win. Emiya pausing on an enforce. Not the first time he's done that. Okay, you don't pause for enforces, dude. But look at that peace deal. Gross. I mean, what else are you going to do, man? He's got to do a peace deal like this. And with Neo Seljuks bankrupting soon, maybe? I don't know. This Iran looks giga weak. But, you know, it's kind of not his fault. He kind of got boxed in by Seljuks in Georgia, and then he has this Giga Bukhara on his other side. Second GP, Svevladia, had a really good game with GB dying. Like, just New World, North America is his now. And meanwhile, Portugal's just been Giga building up this session. He's not a GP. Not a GP. I don't know what his colonial nations are doing. I feel like Portugal should be a GP considering how much land in colonial land he has. Oh yeah, he doesn't have Brazil or Argentina. This United States, it tricks me. I thought it was a colonial nation for a second. But Vladdy, a bit free gaming, no longer has anyone that can contest him really. Like on his north, he has a weak nation. On his east, he's allied. On his west, he's allied. And on his south, it's a dead nation. So free gaming. Svevlad be doing Svevlad things. Bukhara, number 3 GP. Lost the war here, but now I think he's going to regain back all of his land because this peace deal was so bad. This peace deal was so bad. This is so sad. Human wave doctrine. Had a sub 2 sessions in a row. And it's just... Calcia, number 4. Big build-up session for him this session. Loans, though.
To sub too.
I don't know what's going on there. But it's fine. And Stormark in number 5 now that he took his...
I mean, you're saying big build-up session, but he doesn't have his training fields nor his UDs.
It should have been a big build-up session. It should have.
Yeah.
But his income is kind of low, I think, for being top 5 GP. You would expect at least like a 400 or 500 income.
I mean,
is no CB allowed versus AI? It is.
No CB, no.
Versus AI, it's
Push
not.
break is. We ruled on this before.
Oh yeah, it's not allowed. It's not allowed. Yeah.
You ruled. It's not allowed.
Not allowed anymore. Right, Wathy? Right? And he's saying 91-year-old ruler, lol. Oh, look! Robot City is doing something. Does the Japan player just give up on the campaign? I think he did. I think he realized how cooked his ideas are. I just don't understand how he ended up with these ideas. There's just like nothing good in here for MP. Like zero good ideas. Okay, so on Khan.
Neo Cedric having 2 of the most broken ideas possible.
You don't pause for enforce. Oh my god. Guys, they're making me... GG, good war. If Diamond leaves after this, I think it's a low priority. Instant. I mean, his corruption's paid off, but he's got to bankrupt again. But hey, Neo Seldrix also needs to bankrupt. Neo Seldrix took a lot of corruption here, actually. If it's been a Giga War, you're allowed to pause. Okay, okay, fine, Mega. Sure. Just send the peace and enforce. Why do you need to pause?
Yeah, you pause if he refuses.
If he refuses on the second one you send, you pause. I mean, Georgia could potentially truce break here. He lost like 80 ducats income from this one peace deal.
Is he out of bankruptcy?
He's close.
Yeah, in a year and a half he can, yes.
And Persia's economic situation is pretty dire.
If he does, he wins, yeah.
Yeah. Persia's dealing with Bukhara's rebels though, so maybe if Bukhara's out of wars, he'll help him.
When he lost his funny monuments for the fire damage received. And then fire damage and then damage received.
Looks of flaming people in chat. How many players? I think we're down to 27 if you include colonies from 60. All right. We'll end January 1627 chat. I can't go over time. I have some uncles to beat in Catan tomorrow. Oh, actually, one of my uncles traveled. I have a uncle to be in Catan tomorrow, and my cousin. You show the world map, sure.
When did you say we ended? Ending?
January 1627. The world map. Maybe show timeline. I can't show timeline well unless it's paused, and I'm not gonna pause just to show you timeline. That's the world map. World map. Brazil, United States, Quebec in the north, Vladia and Portugal kind of getting giga strong, Russia getting giga strong. This is a war I'm really curious about. Hanseatic League is just pushing. This is the arena, guys. The damage received build. Damage received build with insane morale. This is unstoppable. Damage received modifiers plus high morale. You can't lose a single battle. Not only that, I bet he's doing good casualties. Yeah.
The one difference with the arena is you don't have someone with good cannons to actually do damage behind you.
Yeah.
That's a pin.
This is a 2 morale difference, by the way, chat. When does it end? Army reform 1631. He's got this for 6 years. That's the whole war. He's already up plus 56. But there's no more Russians to reinforce. Morale is just too much. Looks like Russia's gonna lose Scandinavia. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. You lose Norway and Sweden. I mean, does Hanseatic League have absolutism? No. So in reality, it's not gonna even be that much. He does do reconquest here and gives it to Sweden. So that will be a good amount of provinces. Yeah, it'll be a fair bit of provinces. Hanseatic League is going to run out of manpower. So it's not over. It's not over. Russia needs more troops, though. Do I really what?
I'm not sure you give it to the vassal, though. Because it's a march, so march. So
The next marches, though.
Can you?
This mod? No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Thinking of Gecko.
Oh no. Yeah. I don't think it's good. I think he doesn't have a he has a lot of admin.
Yeah, so you just take it yourself. It's a marsh. I didn't realize it was a marsh.
I mean, even if it's a vassal, like this one annexing vassal is really expensive.
Oh, it's not an actual navy. Wait, does this guy have an actual navy? No. He could trap him! Trap him! Trap him! Trap him! Lost opportunity. Actually, wait, I'm stupid. He has both sides of the strait. My bad.
I mean, there's no way. How does Randstad not have a navy? I mean, yeah, actually, no, never mind. There's no one to fight. True.
Could have trapped him in Finland, yeah. I think Russia, if he's serious about winning this war, needs to go like another 200k. but he's not doing that. I mean,
Iran is fighting in China. Okay.
some weird deal was made, probably.
Does he not have other things to do with his manpower? Like selling
Maybe.
it when, in case Georgia truce breaks?
Yeah, this is not the play, but I'm guessing some kind of weird diplomacy was made where he's like, help me out and I'll give you money and help you against Georgia if you truce breaks. But the morale is just so rough here. Russia's capping on mill. What's going on here? Innovative ideas. Oh, so he didn't go trade like I thought he would.
In Jan, he can take the Miltech.
Yeah. How about Westphalia? No, far away. Then why is he taking battles? Russia's kind of griefing this war, not gonna lie, chat. I would say that if he was serious,
In the north.
yeah, if he was serious about winning this
Oh, yes.
war, he would make another 200k. He would
Okay.
just not engage until
What's
he takes
this fort?
Miltech. He has really bad forts and
What's this?
Hanseatic
Like,
League.
he can just walk around it.
Hanseatic League is about to be able to enforce. He won't be able to enforce
Wait.
off ticking, but he's gonna occupy more land.
Look at this. Like Hansa can just walk all the way to Moscow. What?
Let's see this chat.
There's a path or all the way to Moscow. No forts. What is that?
Oh yeah. He's Ajan Khan. They both uncon to Bukhara.
Okay.
Double uncon.
Kekles is gonna be so mad when he comes back.
I don't think he's gonna play.
Yeah, I don't think either. But if he comes back, if he did come back, he would be so mad. And Diamond has confirmed to me that he's indeed coming back next week.
Good. Seen some giants fall this session, chat. Some giants have fallen. Some new powers rise. Bukhara looking like gonna be the strongest nation though. If he's winning China, Orisa not contesting him, and Orisa made Neo-Seljuks his enemy. So triple uncon to Orisa. And he didn't even really get that much. I actually got quite a bit. But no one, people always undervalue absolutism and MP, and I don't know why. It's so undervalued, chat. More war score,
Yeah.
discipline.
And half of these privileges don't do much.
Oh, ooh. And then now he does the second peace deal. Waiting.
What? He didn't snake? He didn't make a stupidly ugly border? Someone's reasonable over here?
What is he, some kind of reasonable
It's
guy?
Urad. Okay, that's the most surprising. Someone's reasonable, it's Urad. This piece is gonna be interesting. He needs a day.
I am paused for a day. There we go.
That's nice.
And Bukhara with this peace deals is gonna be #1 GP. Really good session for Bukhara. Not so good session for the Chinese. Oh, no longer #1 GP because he released the subject.
It was really painful.
Oh no, he still is.
But yeah.
And another nation falls out of the top 8. It's Human Wave Doctrine. Oh, session end. That's it, chat. I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching today's stream. Thank you for the subs. That's the end of today's session. We'll see you next Saturday how this unravels as we get into the last. How many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more sessions potentially. Maybe less depending on players. Thank you guys for watching.